You can stop playing Powerball for a while. Winner last night. You saw that, right, Froggy? Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Roxanne, did you see there was a Powerball winner last night?
I stayed up and watched the drawing.
Did you really?
No.
You know, they draw here.
Here in Tampa?
No, in Florida. They draw in Tallahassee.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
I did know that.
Yeah, well, then why would you say in Tampa?
I knew.
you just, I knew that. Then why do you say Tampa?
You know, when someone tells you a fact and it refreshes your brain and you're like, yeah, that's right. I knew that. I knew they drew in Tallahassee.
I think you're not listening to anything I'm saying.
I'm listening to everything you're saying.
Yeah, so, by the way, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. MJ and a crew here. No Fester. I don't know where Fester, any text from him? Let me check.
See.
I don't see anything.
Yes.
There is?
Still in Tampa, on my way. Be there in 15 minutes. That was at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, just
He texted at 6.
That's great. Literally at 6 o'clock exactly. Fester texts. Still in Tampa. On my way in. Be there in 15 minutes. And then there's just I. There's a lowercase I. Was he gonna say something else? Did he not get the rest of it off? Has he been kidnapped? Did the bad guy snatch the phone?
Yeah, I bet he was doing voice to text.
Oh.
And right when he said, be there in 15 minutes, and then he was going to say whatever, reason he has for being late.
Yeah.
And then he dropped his phone in between his car seat somewhere in the Lincoln.
Let me call Fester quickly. Froggy, what's Fester's phone number again?
Area code 813.
Hang on a sec. 813
310
310
8444. It's right behind you.
All right. Fester's cell phone, 813 310 8444. All right. Dialing him up.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up with you?
I'm late. I'm running late. That's it. Nothing special. No great dramatic excuse. Nothing like that.
Dude, your voice sounds like we just woke you up. Are you sure you're not still in bed? Are you sure you're actually in the car driving?
I'm in the highway. I'm on the highway right now. I'm on the interstate. But I woke up at the crack of like 5:40.
The crack of 5:40 when you've got how long is the drive in? If traffic is normal from where you are in Lutz off of Bierce, how long does it take for you to get there all the way to the studio in St. Pete?
27 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say close to 30 minutes. So 27 minutes, and you woke up at the crack of 5:40.
Yes.
So I got to believe that if you left your house right at 5:40, that's still going to put you here at 7 minutes after 6. But I'm sure you waking up at 5:40, you still had to get yourself somewhat together, even though you are typically a disheveled mess.
I made the unfortunate decision to sleep nude last night, so I had to get completely dressed. I didn't leave the house until like 5:46. And then, so that's why I ballpark around 6:15 arrival.
So clearly no shower. Did you even brush your teeth?
Okay, so I showered last night, hence me sleeping nude. But I haven't brushed my teeth.
Oh, my.
God, how do you do that?
Well, but guys, in the office I have my box of needs and stuff. I have toothpaste and a toothbrush at the radio station, so I'll knock that out.
All right. Yeah, knock that out before you come into the studio. How about that?
Deal. Sounds good.
All right. Where are you right now? What is your exact location?
I am approaching Howard, Armenia.
All right. Hey, you know what I saw on the way in? Listen to this. By the way, folks, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. It's me, MJ. It's Froggy, Roxanne, in studio, Andrew in the producer booth, Fester on 275 southbound. On the way in, this was about 5:40, 5:39. I saw the latest creepy vehicle because of what's going on in the news. I saw what will now be called the creepy serial killer vehicle. I saw an older model, one of these, on the bridge, southbound 275 Howard Franklin. Do you know what vehicle I'm talking about?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Froggy, do you?
Is it the upside down one?
The upside down one?
Yesterday I saw a car upside down on the way home.
No, I took a picture. I posted that. That was on the...
I knew you would.
Yeah, that was on the on-ramp at MLK and 275 North. Come on the way in. What did I see? Driving southbound. What did I see? I just gave enough clues.
Well, I have to tell you, I saw a car on the side of the road when we get off.
No.
Did you see that one? And there was a bike there.
No. Fester, do you know what I'm talking about?
It's very specific.
Yeah, I just said creepy serial killer vehicle. What did I see on the way in just a few minutes ago?
You saw a dark-colored Chevy Avalanche?
I did. Yeah.
The 2004?
Yeah, I don't know. It was an older Chevy Avalanche, and it was even like double creepy because the right headlight was out. So I saw the vehicle coming up on me. I'm like, who's this guy coming up on me? And I'm like, oh, look at that, headlights out. And then the guy's passing me. I'm like, oh my God, that's a Chevy Avalanche, an older model Avalanche. And of course, that is the vehicle that Gilgo Beach serial killer had.
Rex Heuermann.
Yeah. So that is the vehicle that really was somewhat instrumental in getting him caught, because they were looking for an Avalanche because an eyewitness back in like 2010 had mentioned seeing a Chevy Avalanche near the scene where one of the bodies was dumped. And that was always in the back of the mind of Detective Chevy Avalanche. And this dude, this Rex Heuermann, he had not only a Chevy Avalanche at his place in Massapequa Park on Long Island, but he also had like another Chevy Avalanche on some property that he owned down in South Carolina. So this dude likes Chevy Avalanches, which they don't make anymore. And they're kind of awkward, bulky, chunky-looking trucks with that kind of triangular wedge from the cab to the bed. And, man, I took a picture, actually. So as I was next to the guy, I don't know how good the picture is. I can hold it. Hold on, here it is. Let me hold this thing up. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the image up to, it's silver or gray. I'm going to hold the image up right now to MJTV. So if you're watching MJTV, here it is. I'm holding up the Chevy Avalanche right now, and you can see it. This was next to me, and I will always now associate Chevy Avalanches with serial killers that make dates with prostitutes and then kill them, and then bury them on a beach on Long Island.
But I don't think the Chevy Avalanche is like the creepy white van of. Is that what Ted Bundy? Did Ted Bundy start the creepy white van deal?
He had a Volkswagen Bug.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, no, he didn't have a creepy white van. No, not Ted Bundy. All right, but anyway, so I did see the Avalanche. All right, Fester, get your butt in here. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, goodbye.
All right, just getting rolling, folks. 6:09. I'm running a little late already. Busy day. No Powerball. I'm sorry. Yes, Powerball winner. So there's no Mega Millions winner yet, but there was a Powerball winner. Can we get this thing spread out into these big jackpots? Can we get some different states winning? It was California again. Another California ticket like that $2 billion one last November. All right, hold on. So the latest on Powerball, there was a winner, one ticket last night. We got the details next. Just getting rolling. MJ Morning Show on Q105. Let's grab Kathy with traffic. And, $1,000 on the way again today. Details also next.
In Tampa, there's...
from the bottom of my heart. MJ and a Cruz, 6:21. Fester's still not here. Why would he not be here? 15, said he'd be here 15 minutes. It's now 20. Oh, here he is.
You're going to be okay?
All right, Fester. Oh, here we go. Fester now walking in. Look at that. All right. Fester just arriving to the MJ Morning Show. Oh, by the way, Froggy, I was behind you this morning. Usually I'm ahead of Froggy, but there are times where I'm behind Froggy, and that's when I've noticed that he drives over curbs when he makes right turns. God. Froggy, were you jolted at all when you were driving through the office park this morning? Were you at all jolted by your very own driving?
I don't think I hit any curbs this morning.
Oh, yes, you did. I've got it on video.
I didn't notice.
I was behind you coming off of MLK, turning into the office park at Bay Point, and I rolled video on you, and I watched you smash your right side of your vehicle into the curb.
Hope you don't have my license plate on a video.
I might.
Well, then you can't post it.
Well, we'll see.
Tough luck, mister.
Yeah.
You're in a public place.
Yeah.
No.
You have no right to privacy. If you're in public driving like a maniac and driving over curbs, so I will debut.
What is with you? You film me like, what is with you filming me all the time? You're creepy.
I have a new Froggy driving video to debut, and that'll happen later this morning. I think I'm far enough back where you can't discern what your license plate is.
We'll see. Because if my license plate is visible, I'm going to take this to the HR department.
Oh, okay. So
we have an HR department?
I would imagine. I would hope.
Was that you making clicking noises?
Yeah, it's me going, I'm going to take it HR.
Oh, so those are little
reinforcements,
verbal exclamation points.
Yep, That's what they are.
It's like a verbal poke in the chest.
That's right.
Little.
But we don't really have an HR.
It's like the. Is that what it is?
I think we have like AI HR, where it's like a robot where you just call and like, how can we help you? And you file your complaint. It's like, do not compute.
Hey, hang on a minute. I've got the audio I can play here. And while I play the audio off my phone, hold on a sec, I can see if Froggy's license plate is visible. I don't think it is. I think we're good. Hold on.
Are you?
Hang on. Let me play this.
All right, here's Froggy. I'm behind Froggy again. Watch this. I'm behind Froggy. We're in the office park. We're in the office park. We're about to make a right turn onto Executive Drive North. All right? Froggy's right in front of me. Watch. I'm telling you, he's going to hit all the curves. What the hell?
All right, so that's the audio. And guess what? You can't see the license plate. I'm far enough back.
Okay, but make sure if someone took a picture of the video on their phone and then enlarged it, then you couldn't see it.
Nope, I'm too far back. There's the glare from the license plate light bulbs that light up the license plate at night. It's too much glare. You cannot discern. You can't blow it up. You're not going to be able to see Froggy's license plate. But that was the audio. I will post that video on my Instagram a little later this morning. Dude, you drove over the whole curb. How is the right side of your how is your tire still on the wheel?
Because I got good tires. I got a good truck.
It's a tough truck.
And I was watching a good match this morning on the way in from wrestling last night. Oh, God. It was the main event.
So another video of Froggy. I tell you what, that other video's got like 10,000 views already of Froggy leaving.
So what are you going to do? Just follow me around now to get hits?
Oh yeah.
So
this is my new program. This is my new method to get views and followers on Instagram. Just posting Froggy bad driving videos.
So this morning you had time to take photographs of a poor guy going to work driving an unfortunate Chevy Avalanche.
How unsafe is your driving?
He had no idea for the last 15 years he's been driving the same vehicle as the serial killer of Long Island. And you had time to video Froggy.
Right.
He just looks for stuff to take pictures of on the way in.
And you know what? I know what's going to happen. I know that, like, the Chevy Avalanche that I took a picture of on the Howard Franklin bridge this morning, I know that some of the comments are going to be, MJ, put your phone down while you're driving.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a one-button activator on my phone to take a picture. I've got a one-button activator. And I pick up the phone, I aimed it at my window, I snapped. It was 2 seconds, so it's not like I'm texting and looking. I wasn't looking away. So If you're just tuning in, I took a picture of a Chevy Avalanche, an older model Chevy Avalanche, on the Howard Franklin southbound this morning on my way into the MJ Morning Show. And, of course, the Gilgo Beach, the prostitute serial killer, that Rex Heuermann, the creepy architect guy, he has a thing for Chevy Avalanches. And, in fact, that's part of what got him busted is because an eyewitness at Gilgo Beach, like in 2010, when one of the prostitutes' bodies was dumped, said that they saw a Chevy Avalanche in the area. Turns out he still had the Chevy Avalanche. In fact, he's got two of them. One in New York he had at his Long Island Massapequa Park home, and he had one down in South Carolina at some retirement land that he owned. So I snapped a picture of that. And then I took video of Froggy coming in a little while ago because I was behind him. I knew he was going to drive over curbs, and he did. And we're going, 25, 30 miles an hour in the office park. So, listen, there's nothing dangerous about that. So, anyway, Powerball. There was one winner. Holy crap. So it ultimately was $1.08 billion. So that's going to be, $1,080,000,000.
It's the 6th largest in U.S. history.
Oh, thanks for that little fact there, Roxanne. Appreciate it. Yeah, so the Powerball ticket, one winning ticket again sold in California. The last huge jackpot, the $2 billion jackpot, that was also sold in California. That was that Edwin Castro.
Castro, yeah.
And that whole ticket is embroiled. He got paid out. But that whole ticket is embroiled in legal action right now because there are two guys claiming that Edwin stole the ticket. I mean, it's a whole mess. So now we have the last winning ticket last night, the Powerball drawing last night. The winning ticket was sold at the Las Palmitas Mini Market in downtown Los Angeles.
Oh, good for that person.
This is downtown L.A., one winning ticket, Las Palmitas Mini Market, and the winning Powerball numbers last night were 7, 10, 11, 13, 24. Powerball was 24.
Yeah, all low numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I kind of noticed 7-Eleven is in there, and
it was purchased not at a 7-Eleven.
It was at the Las Palmitas Mini Market is where it was purchased. And the Powerball's 24. That's my birthday. So, look at this. So, it's a convenience store, according to the California Lottery. So, whoever has that winning ticket, they'll be able to choose from taking the full $1.08 billion, but that'll be paid out in annual installments over 30 years. Or they can take the lump sum of $558.1 million, which I am sure they will do. Also, 3 ticket holders got $2 million prizes.
One of them in Florida.
Yeah, each matching, I guess, they matched all of the white balls and power play. So I got to check my ticket. Did they say so? 36 people, including 2 in New Jersey, 5 in New York. They matched 5 white balls for the $1 million prize.
And 4 of those so Florida had 4 $1 million winners.
And one $2 million winner.
When you buy your Powerball ticket, they ask you want to do power play?
It's power play or double play. I never do double play. I do power play, and I bought tickets last night. I went to Publix at 8 o'clock last night, and I bought another $30 worth. I bought 10 tickets, $2 a piece, plus power play makes it $3 a piece. So 10 plays at $3 is $30. So I dropped another $30 last night. Haven't checked anything yet. So, and odds-wise, I'm sure I didn't win the $2 million. I'm sure I didn't win the $1 million. And as I posted in the video on my Instagram, where I light the $100 bill on fire, MJ's lottery rule number 1 is when you do these big, lottery jackpot things, whatever you're going to spend. So if you spent $30 like I did on Powerball last night, or if you spend $100 on Powerball, Just be prepared to essentially light your money on fire in your driveway. Yeah, don't light it on fire inside your home. But if you're spending all this money on these big lottery jackpots, essentially the odds are so bad that you're going to win that it's just like lighting it up. And if you didn't see the video that I shot in my driveway, it's on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, and I have a $100 bill and I light it up with one of those big barbecue lighters. I lit it up. So watch me burn a $100 bill. It's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, Certified MJ Radio. If you missed the video, it's there. And then you determine, was it a real $100 bill that I lit on fire, or was it a fake $100 bill? So take a look. All right, quick break. When we get back, we'll dive into the early morons in the news. Yes, I will post Froggy's latest driving disaster on my Instagram, and we'll link everything also on mjmorningshow.com in either stories mentioned or videos mentioned. So hold on. Roxanne, can you wait until after the break, please?
Can.
All right, so whatever you're holding your hand out here, I'm trying to stay on time. Hold on to that. I'll get to you right after the break. Stand by, and then early morons in the news would be next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, time... It is 6:40 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, folks, thanks again for listening. We appreciate the early, dedicated crowd listening to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And, of course, you know it's the early morons in the news. But first, Roxanne was all eager beaver over there to say something at the end of last segment, but I was already running a little late. I wanted to somewhat stay on time. So what is it before I get to the early morons in the news?
This is just an observation that's been made about one of the crew members.
Who's made the observation?
Well, I have made the observation, so it's not about me. And
because you're saying it like in third person.
Well, I'm getting to that. And the texters.
You're saying there's an observation that's been made.
The texters have made the observation.
Yeah, because that insinuates that it's somebody else as well.
Yes.
All right, so you've made an observation about one of us?
Yes, I have.
And then
the texters have also been asking me, Roxanne, what's up with this? We've noticed this.
And what have they heard?
We are all wondering why one of the members of the crew no longer sits to do the show.
Oh, so the texters are seeing it on MJTV.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, so it's not something that they're hearing.
No.
It's something that they are seeing because
with their eyeballs.
They're watching MJTV.
Mm-hmm.
And for those that don't know, we're on TV all morning. So not only do you hear the audio portion of the show, because this is radio after all, we have video in the studio, and you can watch the entire MJ Morning Show every morning, 6 to 10, live on MJTV. You go to mjmorningshow.com. You go to our website, mjmorningshow.com. Top of the page, you'll see MJTV. You click on that. When we're live, just click on the graphic. There's like this thin, like long rectangular graphic to watch live. Click on that. You watch us live. It's a YouTube Live. And then it's archived. You can watch video anytime during the day or days later. Watch any show you want. So we have viewers that are noticing that Fester is now standing.
Yes, and I've noticed it as well, and you probably noticed now too, now that I mention it.
Whereas before, I was the only stander.
Yes.
I have never sat down. We've been doing this show now for almost 3 years. I have never sat down once. I stand up the entire 4 hours of the show. I never sit down. All you guys, Roxanne, Fester, Froggy, all are sitters, and people are noticing, including you, that suddenly Fester is standing and not sitting.
I think Froggy is more of a lounger than a sitter.
Yeah. So Fester, well, we're eating into early morons in the news time here.
Well, we just want to find out what the deal is. What's up?
This is interesting.
That's not that interesting.
Well, the question I think is fair. Why are you suddenly standing? What do you have, hemorrhoids? What do you got? A hemorrhoid the size of a Twinkie back there?
Okay,
What's going on?
I wish it was that funny. I wish I had hemorrhoids, or I wish I had some kind of cramp or some disorder that I couldn't sit anymore.
What do you have? Ringworm? What's going on back there?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry. Pinworm.
Pinworm.
Yeah, because I observed you in the break room, and you kind of, you sat on the stool in there.
Listen, the reason is very boring.
What is it? Just tell us.
That the line of sight in the studio is so terrible. I think the best show is when we make eye contact and we can talk back and forth and kind of
doing it for the show.
I mean,
all right.
I've seen some shows. I've noticed that MJ spends 3/4 of his time communicating to me through a crack between two computer monitor screens, and he's bending over and he can't see my reaction, or timing is off, or and I've listened to a couple of shows, and quite frankly, I thought we were a little bush in the sense that we were talking over each other and not seeing each other. And the only way to remedy that is to physically be able to see each other.
Right.
What a kiss
Fester's
up.
calling us bush.
We have room to improve on that department, guys.
Because this studio is the absolute worst. I recognize that when they first hired us, they hired me, I put the team back together, approached Fester and Froggy, hey guys, you want to do the MJ Morning Show again? And they said, yep. So that's why we all came back together. We absorbed Roxanne. Roxanne was, here already. And I said, you know what? I'll give this Roxanne a shot. I'll work her in. And, of course, Roxanne has worked out very well for the MJ Morning Show. And when I first saw the studio, I'm like, oh, my God, this place is a dump. Oh my! I was just hoping, oh please, nice studio, please be nice studio. And I was on YouTube looking for videos of like Mason.
Yeah.
I was looking for Mason videos of him doing like the morning show or any kind of news footage to see what the Q105 studio looked like before I actually got down here to take a look. And they kind of snuck me in here because it wasn't announced yet, and they didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want it to leak. So I actually came down on like a weekend, and I met with Ted and Travis back then. And I walk into the studio. I'm like, oh my God, what a dump! I even said it. I've even said it out loud. They're like, oh yeah, we know. We're talking about redoing the studios. I'm like, oh yeah. So I get here, and they say, yep, we'll have a new studio for you within the year. And of course, that was 2020, and nothing happened. Nothing happened in 21. Nothing happened in 22. They kept promising me new studio. We don't have a new studio. And then the new general manager, Ron, gets here, and he says, yep, new studio. We'll have you a new studio by the end of Q2. And, of course, the end of Q2 was June 30th.
Oh, he said it was going to be done by then.
There is no new studio, and that now they're saying end of the year. Well, guess what? My contract is up at the end of the year. So I don't know if I'll ever see a new studio. I don't know if I'm going to re-sign or resign. Which, by the way, isn't that spelled the same?
Yeah, isn't that funny?
It is. Resign or resign.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
then when
know.
you send someone a text, guess what? I just re-signed. Are you staying or going?
But the studio is just awful. And Fester is now standing, so I have some line of sight.
Yeah, listen, I think it makes for a little better communication.
All right, early morons in the news, not above the law. Yeah, turn this off. This is very distracting.
All right,
Please
I'm sorry.
shut this video off. All right, so not above the law. This is a cool story. A Florida sheriff's son has been arrested for really reckless driving. And the sheriff is saying, yep, my son is not above the law.
What else can he say?
Yeah. The son of Seminole County Sheriff Dennis Lemma was arrested yesterday after fleeing a traffic stop.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. So Sheriff Lemma, and this is all over Orlando TV, obviously, just to our east. Sheriff Lemma said that one of his officers or one of his deputies attempted to pull over Dylan Lemma, the sheriff's 19-year-old son, in an unincorporated portion of the county, technically Winter Springs. He witnessed the teen speeding. High rate of speed, so tries to pull the teenager over. Apparently, deputies say the sheriff's son, they didn't know it at the time, did not stop while driving his Ford Mustang. Instead of stopping, he hit the accelerator and tried to flee from the deputy at, quote, a high rate of speed. The deputy then lit it up, lights and siren, gave chase. And the sheriff's son was ultimately pulled over. And, well, the sheriff says, quote, I firmly believe that my family should be held to the same standard as anyone else in the community. And while I love my son and family dearly, they too are not above the law, said Sheriff Lemma.
Sounds like he's saying all the right things.
Yeah.
My son and family also understand this, and he has been complying with the investigation. Yeah, it turns out that the sheriff's son turned himself in on charges of fleeing and eluding law enforcement and reckless driving. I think fleeing and eluding, I believe that's felonious. That is a felony. We will have this investigation and the legal process play out in the same way it would with any other member of our community. At the same time, we will also handle this as a personal family matter. Also, the sheriff says they plan to release the dash cam video of the deputy's cruiser to show the sheriff's 19-year-old son fleeing from the sheriff's very own deputies. What is this kid thinking? What the hell is this kid thinking?
Does he live with dad still? He's 19 years old. Is he out on his own? Maybe.
I don't have that information, but
Sheriff Lemma.
Probably a good idea.
What is he thinking? Oh, they're going to see it's me and my dad is going to get them in trouble. So they're just going to say, oh, just let Dylan go.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Let me tell you something, son. Here at the Lemma household, we don't do this. I mean, he doesn't go over the not fleeing his officers. He gets arrested. His dad's name's on the side of the squad car.
Yep. Exactly. Most of the sheriffs, I think, have their names. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Little dose of early morons in the news. When we get back, I got a kind of a raunchy thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, you excited?
Yeah, I mean,
Am I getting your motor? Am I getting your motor running here?
Yeah.
All right. Got a little raunchy story, and I don't know the players. I'm guessing Froggy will, because Froggy lives in Raunchland.
What?
So hang on. If that doesn't keep you listening, folks, I don't know what will. Hey, also, $1,000 on the way this morning. Again, listen between 9 and 9:20. I'll give you the MJ Cash Dash song and what to listen for. We had another $1,000 winner yesterday. So hold on. I'll get to all of this next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, big message for you if you care about your money. Q105, MJ and the crew, 702, rolling up on 703, and yet another $1,000 today. Before I get to the kind of creepy, raunchy story, I think Froggy hopefully will have some knowledge of this, because generally, well, I'll explain in a second. So we've already given away $8,000. $5,000 last week, every single day last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's the MJ Cash Stash. And what happens at 9 o'clock to 9:20, between that window, between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the latest song to listen for. So it'll happen again in a couple hours. At 9 o'clock, the window opens up between 9 and 9:20. I'll tell you when to call in and what song that you need to listen for to actually call in. So I'll give you the song title. I'll give you the artist coming up between 9 and 9:20. You listen for that song to play. When you hear it, you call in. And if you're caller 7, you win $1,000. So yesterday's winner was Vanessa in Lutz. So this week's winners, Ty and Seminole on Monday. Cindy and Valrico won on Tuesday. And then yesterday, Wednesday's winner was Vanessa in Lutz. Another $1,000. So would you like to be the latest $1,000 winner? Listen for the song title between 9 and 9:20 later this morning, and then listen to Q105. It's guaranteed to play before 6 p.m. Be caller 7 and win. Simple as that. Now, on to the kind of creepy, raunchy item here. And Froggy, I think you might know of this, or you might know the name. It's just because how many YouTube channels, how many YouTube personalities do you follow now?
Oh, plenty. I'm close to 500 at this point. Comes in handy sometimes.
Seems to go up like 100 every week.
Well, there's a lot of good stuff out there.
There's a lot of. We hardly watch TV anymore. YouTube has all the programming.
All right, well, listen to this. A YouTuber has bought his wife a Lamborghini in celebration of her shooting a porno with another man. Say what?
Who's it, Adam 22?
Dude, that's it!
Oh, really?
Dude, how do you know that?
Because his wife's Lena the Plug.
Oh my God. Hold
that's
on a
her
minute.
name?
You know this
So
stuff?
hold front.
God.
You know this.
Of course.
Oh my God. Really?
I followed No Jumper and Adam 22.
Oh my God. Yes. That is correct.
And Lena the Plug.
So fans are apparently like outraged.
Why is that her name?
I don't want to let's just
Well, think of a outlet.
all right, just
you can DM her.
just stop. Just stop. Why don't you ask Froggy like off the air or something? So fans apparently are really angry, and they're letting him have it. They're slamming this YouTube guy, Adam22, gave his porn star wife a Lamborghini, a $270,000 lime green, neon green, Kermit the Frog green Lamborghini because she slept with a fitness influencer by the name of Jason Love.
So when we call these influencers and YouTubers, they're also like porn star is also part of that.
Adam 22 has
title,
been in
right?
porns.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but he owns like a network. He doesn't just do a YouTube show. He has like a whole deal.
So Adam 22, I can't believe you like rattled that off of me. You just suddenly blurted out Adam 22.
Oh, his network, there's fights. He has a bunch of rappers on all the time and they fight each other.
So
it's pretty great.
Is he making a lot of money?
Oh yeah, I saw a video where he was interviewed and he said he's bringing in over $1 million a month.
Bringing in over $1 million a month?
Yeah, he has an OnlyFans account too.
Oh my God. Anyway,
He's doing very well.
Adam 22 is married to this Lena, and they're now, I guess, experiencing all kinds of backlash, and fans are angry.
Why? Because he bought the car?
Adam 22 said Lena's sex scene, which was the first time she slept with another man since the start of their 7-year relationship, was amazing for their sex lives or their lives.
Good for them.
It's officially been a week since I let my wife do porn with another guy. He tweets this. What kind
I
of
think probably things are loosey goosey in that industry.
what kind of people?
Couples.
But hold on. But she's an actual porn star, Froggy?
I don't know.
Lena?
I know that he has a pretty sweet face tattoo of Lisa Simpson.
Hold on. This guy, Adam22, has a face tattoo of Lisa Simpson from The Simpsons?
on the left side of his head.
What? Are you serious?
He got the Lisa. It's called the Lisa. If you didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know, but thank you for telling me.
All right, this is ridiculous.
What is the controversy?
He said, I felt a little jealous at first, but overall, it wasn't that big a deal. She watched me sleep with hundreds of girls, and it's never affected our relationship.
Well, I think the big deal is what she said about him in bed. That's the big deal.
And what is that?
Well, I'm not going to repeat everything, but...
sleeping with that gentleman has been amazing for both her career and our business. Lena, known as Lena the Plug,
It's a great name.
claimed the experience left her in pain for days.
Oh, what?
Ow. And then
I'm going to put it in a nice, classy way. She really enjoyed the novelty of this other guy who she was with.
No, was he a midget?
That's a novelty.
Well, here's the deal. And listen, this is a mainstream story. I saw this in the New York Post, and she's quoted as saying that the guy that she slept with her husband's okay, that he was a bigger guy.
Wow.
So that's what.
And she also said they did it for 40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
And Adam22 is no slouch.
And that the new guy's was than her husband's.
Seems like they're confident in their relationship.
Yeah, but did Adam22, does this other guy have a bigger Lisa Simpson tattoo on his temple?
I don't know. I'm thinking about getting a Lisa.
This is just gross. You know, there
are people who live like that, I guess.
Each their own.
They seem to be entertainers.
They're married, and
he's married to a girl named Lena the Plug.
Who does porn. So
what do you expect?
She must do porn. She must do it with just women. Is that the deal?
They're both porno.
We don't know. I don't know about Lena the Plug. I don't know about her sister Elena the electrical outlet.
Oh man, I just can't believe that the minute I said this, Froggy's like, Adam22. I'm like, yeah. How the hell did you? I mean, I was kind of joking around that Froggy watches so much YouTube that he's going to know. I didn't even give you all the facts, and you're like rattling off who I'm talking about.
That guy was doing a podcast one time, and a guy broke in and pulled a gun and put it to his head.
What?
Yeah, there's a
the
video.
Guy's doing a live video. Was it
Type
audio?
in Adam22 held up during podcast.
On video?
He's like eating. Yes, it's on video. He's eating like a salad and doing a podcast, and a guy comes in, puts a gun to him, and he's like, "Ah!" And just like sort of freaks out.
That was set up. You think that was real?
Know. He's in the rap game. You know, he's mixed up with all those guys.
That sounds all phony.
They take. Oh, listen.
That's insane. Adam22 shot to fame after establishing his podcast, No Jumper, in 2015, where he talks with high-profile public figures such as American rappers, the late Juice WRLD, the late
Juice WRLD,
XXX Temptation, and
XXX Tentacion.
Okay, there we go.
He's dead.
And then Tekashi 69. I've heard of him.
Isn't he in jail?
No, he ratted out.
In addition to podcasting, Adam22 is also a rapper, record executive, and BMX rider. What the hell?
He's a Renaissance man.
Currently has 1.6 million followers on Instagram. His wife, Lena the Plug, has 1.2 million followers. And here, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel at 13,000 followers on Instagram.
Well, I think you know what you need to do now.
I'm clawing for every single follower on Instagram, and there they are with 1.6 million.
So you're saying it was fake? Inside Edition did the story when he got a gun pulled on.
Really? Hold on. Hold it up to the microphone. Hold it up to the mic.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, go.
Okay, there's a warning first.
All right.
Wow, Adam, big there we go.
Viewers were shocked when a popular podcaster and YouTube host was held up at gunpoint during the middle of a live stream.
You want to go right now? Yeah. I'm I'm the head honcho. He pulled up in a poncho.
What is going on here?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's insane. His network is very entertaining.
All right, folks. Bizarre story, man. 7:13 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, I will post the new video of Froggy driving over curbs. I was behind Froggy this morning on the way in. Froggy did not even know I was behind him, and he's driving over curbs, driving into the studio. What's the matter with you? All right, hold on.
Don't you need my permission to post that?
No. You have no expectation of privacy on the road. Hold on. I'm sure we're going to get into a fight over this. Next. Don't move, folks. We're back in a minute. A lot coming up. We start an hour and 20 minutes nonstop MJ Morning Show next. So don't move. I just posted the Froggy video, the latest, on my Instagram. You got the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105. Thanks for listening. Tampa Bay's best morning show, the legendary MJ Morning Show. Obviously, we're back. Spread the word. Do you know, this is crazy. I was at Publix over the weekend. Did I tell the story?
Yes, you did.
What did I say?
And you said there was this lovely person at the checkout named Gertrude or something.
No, it wasn't. I didn't say a name.
And she says, "You're MJ." And you're like, "Hey, yes." And she goes, "I used to listen to you all the time."
I stopped talking like she's some decrepit 90-year-old. She's like 38 years old or something.
You said her name was Ethel.
I didn't say anything. All right, so I'm at Publix over the weekend. We had friends coming over. That's where we had the
gas station Indian food?
We had the gas station Indian food. It's like,
yeah, we never really talked about that.
You know what? I'll mention it all right here quickly because I got a lot to say. And then we got the Froggy new video, which is hysterical. I had no idea it was going to happen, and it happened spectacularly.
Dude, he feels really violated. Froggy's been pissy all commercial break.
All right, hold on. And you can't see your license plate, Froggy.
No, it's still an invasion of privacy. And I don't want you to post it.
Well, it's already posted.
Well, take it down.
No, I'm not taking it down.
No, I'm going to go shoot the back of your car and post it.
I'm going to get a ton of hits off of this
I'm going to go shoot the back of your car and post it.
I'm going to get 5 new followers on Instagram because of this thing. All right, here's
all this guy cares about.
All right, here's the deal. I'm at Publix over the weekend. I had to run in get a couple of oranges for the old fashions. Did I talk about this? I don't know if I mentioned this. So we had our friends over for dinner. They said, "Hey, what do you do?" This is like Saturday morning. I was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing tonight?" We had no plans. And they said, "Hey, you want to do something tonight?" So we settled on some takeout food at our house and a movie in our home theater. So nice, easy Saturday night. And they're suggesting, hey, what about Thai food? What about Vietnamese? What about Indian? And we ultimately settled on Indian. I hadn't had Indian food in a while. I do like Indian food. And they said, hey, we hear really good things about this gas station Indian food over on Kennedy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I passed by that thing 1,000 times. It's called Curry Leaves. And it literally is in a BP gas station.
I've been hearing good stuff about that place for years.
Yeah, so, I mean, I always see, when I pass by, I mean, I've seen, like, Indian people walking in. I'm like, hey, if Indian folks are going in there, I mean, they must know good Indian food, right? So I've never eaten there. And listen, I don't buy gas there because, well, there's two sides to the story. I'll explain in a second. You got the good, you got the bad. All right, so here's the deal. So my friend, Mark, he says, their son Josh has a friend that's Indian. And the Indian friend of their son swears by this place and says that the food is incredible.
Okay.
He said it's the best Indian food. I think he's not from Tampa. I think I don't know. I don't think he's from Tampa. But he says that it's the best Indian food that he's had, I think, in the U.S. I think he said something like, since he's been in the United States, it's the best Indian food that he's had at this gas station. It's a BP gas station.
That's high praise.
And they've got a full, like, sit-down restaurant attached to the right side of the BP gas station, and it's called Curry Leaves. And we took the food out on Saturday night. We had like 10 things. It was a whole array. In fact, I posted a picture of that in my kitchen. You can see all the dishes laid out from last Saturday night. And the food was it's on my Instagram. Look, Fester's got it up right now. Certified MJ Radio.
Is that the stuff you eat with your fingers?
No, you don't eat it with your fingers. So the picture of all the Indian food is on, and I got a couple of slides there so you can flip through.
Wait, that's at your house right now? That picture is your...
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I mean, that's his kitchen.
No,
right,
go.
That's
my
your
house.
Okay.
So that's my.
Whoa,
that's
would
my.
you buy out the whole restaurant?
That's
like
my.
It's
you bought every single thing they serve
10
there.
plates, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9. And then Michelle had some tomato soup. So I think 10 things. And then there's a picture of the gas station. I put a picture of the gas station where we picked up the food, and I'm telling you right now, the Indian food was it was fabulous. It was spectacular.
I want to go there. Will you tell me what I need to order? Because that's one thing I don't know much about Indian food, and I need to know what is good.
Well,
so
I'm not an expert either, but I can tell you what I ordered and what I really liked.
Okay, you don't have to do it now.
All right,
please don't do it.
He ordered everything, okay? There's like every plate in the menu.
But can you imagine Saturday night we had dinner from a BP gas station? I mean, typically that would be like a bag of Cheetos and a Sprite, you know?
Dude, Friday for lunch, I had a hot dog from the Circle K. I mean, a big deal. I mean, I love eating at gas stations.
So, listen, I'm going to go back. I mean, we live fairly close to this place. I passed by it. It's at that BP gas station right in front of West Shore Plaza. You know, it's right in front of like Maggiano's. Right in front there, it's that BP gas station. And, I've complained about the gas station because they're high priced. I've talked about that triangle of high-priced gas stations, and it's the Chevron at West Shore and Kennedy. It's the Shell station at Cypress and West Shore, and then it's this BP gas station. I call it the triangle of, rip-off gas. And listen, hey, owners of the BP Curry Leaves gas station, hey, you're getting hella praise on the food at the restaurant. But listen, I'm an honest guy. I know what these three gas stations, they're banking on the car rental returns at Tampa International. So those are the three closest gas stations to Tampa International and rental car return. So that's why their gas prices are all jammed up. So the gas prices are high. I'm not going to buy gas at the BP, but I will buy their Indian food all day long.
Yeah.
Because it's great. So that's the story. Now, the Publix lady,
right.
The Publix deal is I went in on Saturday before our friends came over. I forgot a couple of oranges to use for the old fashions. And I was making a whole batch of old fashions. I use rye. If you're looking for a great recipe, again, I use Rittenhouse rye.
Yes.
So I had to run simple syrup, Rittenhouse rye, Regan's bitters, also Angostura bitters, and just make a hell of an old fashioned. So. And it was delicious, perfect. So I go into Publix, and the lady at Publix, the cashier, she's like, MJ, I know that voice from anywhere. And she's like, hey, I love listening to you. I'm like, hey, do you listen to us now? She's like, no. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you not know that we're back every morning on Q105, 104.7 FM? She didn't know. The fact is, we've got great listenership. We've got absolutely a jillion more than what's actually being reflected. And it's erratic. But we have a massive listener base, and the growth potential for us is even greater. We need to do repeated extensive marketing because there are still a ton of people that don't know that we are back. So our upside growth here is still tremendous. There are still people that don't know we're back. So this is where I want to rely on you, the MJ Morning Show listener that loves us and you listen. Please spread the word. You know what I was thinking about doing?
What?
Getting not a business card, but a little bigger, not obnoxious, maybe a postcard, having a full color card. The MJ Morning Show is back, Q105. And when I'm out and about, just hand them to people. If I'm at the gas station, if I'm on Walmart filling up, gas, and just kind of hit all the people at the gas pumps and just go around and say, hey, I'm MJ from the MJ Morning Show. Give the show a listen.
That's quite a grassroots marketing plan.
Yeah, that's. Hey, what do you think about that?
That's really old school stuff. You're going to have a lot of time on your hands.
That's like retail politicking, man.
Yeah, man. How about door to door? Just knock on doors. Get a couple of hot zips and just. Hi. Yeah. Is the lady of the house home?
That's not creepy.
Is your mommy and daddy home? I like to tell them about the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the deal. Our upside growth is still humongous. There are still people that don't know we're back here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, Froggy. Can we have an adult conversation here without you going all ballistic about the new video I just posted?
I just don't understand your obsession with me, and I don't appreciate you posting videos without my consent.
Fester, bring up my Instagram.
Have you seen the video he posted, Froggy?
Froggy's not seen this yet.
I don't want to see it.
I got a lot of. Did you see the bear I posted?
I saw that.
Oh
too.
my God! I got a bear photo. All right, hold on a sec. Fester, go back because I need to get the audio from the beginning. I got it. Just
right,
let me reset this thing. Let me reset this, And here we go. Listen to this.
I'm behind Froggy again. Watch this. Watch this. I'm behind Froggy. We're in the office park. All right, we're in the office park. We're about to make a right turn onto Executive Drive North. All right, Froggy's right in front of me. Watch. I'm telling you, he's going to hit all the curves. What the hell? What the hell is this guy doing? Look at this. Hold on. Oh, all right, he almost hit that curb, too. Oh, my God. Did you see that back there? Oh, my God.
All right, so that's the video. The second one where he almost hit the curb, that was pulling into our parking lot.
That's hard to do, to hit it from the left.
But on the right side, when he was making a turn on the street where our parking lot is off of, he hits the curb, runs over the curb again, and I had no idea he was going to do this. I found myself behind Froggy at the traffic light at Gandy and MLK. So, you go, if you're on MLK, you go underneath the Gandy overpass, and then we take the next left turn into the office park at Bay Point, formerly the Koger Executive Center. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm behind Froggy, man. He's going to hit curbs. So I picked up my phone, I rolled video, and sure enough, I mean, he spectacularly hits the curb. I mean, Froggy, you were like 2 feet over onto the curb, onto the grass as you're making the turn.
Hit all the curves.
All right, here we go.
What the hell?
Right there. All right, Froggy, do you have anything to say for yourself?
No comment.
What do you mean, no comment?
No comment on the situation.
Now, have you ever been stopped for suspicion of DUI? And obviously you're not drunk, and we certainly don't condone that. It's awful.
It's weird. MJ's obsession with me. It's a little creepy.
There's no obsession.
Imagine if I just put videos of your car on Instagram. Froggy MJ Show Instagram.
Dude,
be sure to follow me, Froggy MJ Show.
All right. So, look, he's all torqued off now.
Froggy MJ. Fester, what is yours?
Folks, if you want to see the latest video, this is at 5:40 this morning. If you want to see Froggy driving over the curb, I mean, well over the curb, onto the grass as he's making a right turn, check out the video. It's hysterical. And then look at the video of him leaving the parking lot like a week or two ago, a week and a half ago.
Don't do any of that. Log on to Froggy MJ Show. Follow that.
Go to Certified MJ Radio. If you want to see the latest Froggy video, go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and look at the latest video. And if you want to see the one in the parking lot, just scroll down and look at the video for the parking lot shot.
No. Follow Froggy MJ Radio, where soon
Froggy MJ Show.
There will be a compilation of MJ driving responsibly. Stopping,
MJ's a worse
coming
driver,
to complete
dude.
Stops.
No, I'm not. All right, so that's
that guy speeds around people. You would think he's in a NASCAR the way you drive.
That is not true at all.
Oh,
Yeah, you totally revved your engine to me at the light before.
I'm going to video it.
That is not true. Yeah,
and you chipped up a rock on my car yesterday and chipped my windshield.
I did what?
You flew in front of me like you always do at that turn.
I was not.
And a rock hit my windshield.
Not in front of you.
Yep. And a rock hit my windshield.
Oh, that's crap.
And that's all your fault. And I expect that or a free box of steaks.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Hey, I think speaking of my Instagram, I also took a picture of the Chevy Avalanche on the Howard Franklin Bridge this morning.
Did.
And I have one of my followers, maybe they're a little torqued off. Maybe they have a Chevy Avalanche.
It's not safe.
No, there's nothing wrong with the Avalanche.
No, you're taking the picture.
Oh, well, listen, I took a quick picture. Stop it.
I think the cop should investigate that picture.
Cut the crap. So I took a picture on the way in this morning on the Howard Franklin Bridge before I saw Froggy in the office park. I noticed that there's a car behind me coming up fast. I'm like, oh, look at that. Guy's missing a headlight. So the guy's right headlight was out. Then he passes me, and as he's passing me, I'm like, holy crap, that's a Gilgo Beach prostitute serial killer vehicle. It's a Chevy Avalanche. So I quickly snapped a photo of it, and I put it on my Instagram once I got to the studio this morning. And my caption is creepy older Gilgo Beach prostitute killer Chevy Avalanche next to me on the Howard Franklin Bridge on the way into the MJ Morning Show today. I can't help but associate this model with hooker killers now. just like pinning every Pontiac Aztec to Walter White. All right? Right? From Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you see an old Pontiac Aztec, you're like, man, that's Walter White's vehicle right there, you know, from Breaking Bad. But the deal is this creepy, crazy Gilgo Beach suspect, this Rex Hewerman, he had not one but 2 Chevy Avalanches. And one was parked in front of his house. One, they sent a New York State Police flatbed tow truck all the way down to South Carolina to pick it up out of like a vacant lot that he owns where the car's parked. So this dude, one of the ways that the Gilgo Beach killer, one of the ways that he was caught was that an eyewitness back in like 2010, around the time of when I guess they thought one of the bodies was dumped along the beach and buried in a burlap bag, somebody had said, they saw a Chevy Avalanche. So they always kind of knew that there might be a Chevy Avalanche associated.
How many avalanches are there on Long Island that it took 10 years for the police to follow this lead down?
And then, you know,
are there that many of them?
Then the cell phone pings of the burner phones and his regular phone. And then, I mean, it really good police work that finally put this thing. But I'm sorry, now that I know this guy had 2 Chevy Avalanches, I'm going to associate avalanches with the Gilgo Beach dude. I'm sorry. So, somebody sends me a note earlier this morning, and I don't know if it means that they have a Chevy Avalanche, but somebody sent a note, like one of the comments was, what's creepy about the Avalanche? And I wrote back, it's just, hey, that's what the Gilgo Beach guy had, not 1 but 2 avalanches.
It's possible they're not completely up on the news of the week.
Apparently that might be the case. You're 100% right.
This isn't the same scar on the Avalanche as the white Bronco OJ deal, right? I mean, that's the most. I still see an occasional old school white Bronco, and I'm like, dude,
OJ. I mean, you immediately think of that. Absolutely, 100%. All right. So hey, I have a very excited listener. Oh, the young woman that wants to shadow us. Did she email you back?
Let me check my email today.
What was her name?
Mackenzie.
Yeah, so Mackenzie wants to shadow us, and she goes to Washington and Lee University, and she wants to shadow us, and Roxanne was supposed to get back to her, but
Roxanne did get back to her.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
But then I think you said yesterday that it's been a couple of days that she has not returned the email, right?
Yes, I have not heard from her.
And get a load of it. While you're looking, get a load of this. I get a request from Alyssa, and Alyssa says, huge fan listening from Cleveland, Ohio. You know, we take for granted. The number of people that listen to us via streaming, it's enormous. You know, I've got people that email me all the time. It's like, MJ, hey, found your show. Listen every morning. You guys blow away every morning show in the city where I live. So this is Alyssa, and she wrote me a couple of days ago, hi, MJ, huge fan listening from Cleveland, Ohio. This year I'm turning 30, and 2023 has been so rough. For example, my mom was diagnosed with completely turned the world upside down. Your shows and podcasts have helped me get through difficult times. I remember listening to you while my mom was going through emergency surgery at the Cleveland Clinic. I was wondering how possible it would be to come see you guys for my 30th birthday on December 10th. So I guess she's going to be here, or is she going to make a special trip down to Tampa Bay just to come see us on her 30th birthday?
Come on down.
Okay.
That's what I said. I said, Alyssa in Cleveland, come on down. So, Fessa, why do you look all disgruntled over there? You got all funja face going on.
I mean,
for such a long trip, that's...
I know firsthand that it's going to be a really, really brief encounter, Alyssa. You're going to come down, you're going to fly down, and I'll see you for 45 seconds? All right, hey, listen, thanks for listening.
Well, she's going to enjoy beautiful Tampa Bay and do other things.
Dude,
I don't want the whole trip to be...
Dude, I'm going to let her sit in the studio for an hour or so. I'm not just going to do a lobby meet and greet like, hey, 45 seconds in and out. I'm going to say, hey, do you want to hang out? We'll let her hang out for, an hour of the show in the studio. I don't have a problem with that.
I don't trust her.
That's a...
What do you mean you don't trust?
All right.
She has something going on.
Some kind of scam.
I watched the entire video of the guy who wanted to assassinate Bjork yesterday. It was an hour long, so now I'm a little on edge.
So I get a response back because I sent her, hey, no problem. Let us know. Just needs to be before we go on vacation because, toward the middle of December, we typically go on vacation. And look, I got to be honest.
Don't come by the week of Christmas.
Hey,
yes.
I don't know if I'll be here because my contract expires on December 31st. And if I can't come to an agreement on a new contract here, a lot of times they don't let you finish out. They'll throw you out of here.
But you know how contracts work here. It's very last minute.
She can hang out with the Q Morning Zoo when me and Fester and Roxanne bring it back. And we're going to hire a monkey. And Andrew, of course, is going to be there. And MJ, when we blow up and we're on 100 stations, don't come crawling back to us.
Mason Dixon, Q105.
There you go.
Bringing him with us.
He's coming back, too. Anyway, so I send her a note. Yeah, we'd love to host you. We'd love to have you. And then she just wrote back at 7:03 this morning, 40 minutes ago. She wrote back, OMG, we're so excited. Thank you. Do you know when you'll be going on vacation? Also, do you have any hotel recommendations?
The Dutch Motel is really good.
Is she looking for a free hotel now?
She's asking for a recommendation,
all right.
which,
Tampa edition.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely. All right, so 7:45 at the MJ Morning Show. It's a 5-star.
Yes.
Tampa Edition is the first 5-star hotel in the Tampa Bay area. All right, so the Cash Stash song is on the way again later today. 9 o'clock is when the door opens up. Between 9 and 9:20 every morning, I give you the MJ Cash Stash song of the day. I'll even play a little clip. You listen for that song to be played during the workday sometime before 6 o'clock, guaranteed. And if you're the 7th caller, when the song plays that I'm going to reveal between 9 and 9:20, if you're the 7th caller when it plays later today, you'll win $1,000. So far, we've given away $8,000, $5,000 last week. This week, Monday was Ty in Seminole. I remember he was 18 years old, just graduated high school, won $1,000. How about that? Happy graduation. That's probably the nicest graduation gift he got from anyone.
Yeah, Uncle Lenny gave him like $100.
Yeah, $100.
Uncle MJ.
Yeah, $1,000.
That's right.
All right, so Tuesday, Cindy and Valrico won, and then yesterday, Wednesday, Vanessa in Lutz won. So why shouldn't your name be next? So 9 to 9:20 this morning, I'll give you the song to listen for. It'll play later today. Be caller 7, 800-990-1047, and you win $1,000. Simple as that. All right, 747 at the, God, still the most gorgeous airplane ever built, the 747. 747 at the MJ Morning Show, and I teased this little Tinder story, and I'm like, duh. So I saw an item, and the headline that snagged my attention was most Tinder users are in relationships or married. Duh. Is anyone shocked? Isn't Tinder? I've never been on Tinder, so I've never had the app. I've never even seen it operate. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen or known anyone with Tinder on their phone where they're swiping left, swiping right. Now, Roxanne, have you ever?
No, but it's funny we're having this conversation.
Tell me
So
why.
yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine.
You're thinking about messing around on Tinder?
Yeah, exactly. And Fester, you walked in the room when I was talking to a friend of mine,
right?
A guy friend, and he is newly to Tinder, and so
hold on. You have a guy friend. Does Doug know about this guy friend?
He knows all about him.
So you have a guy friend that's new on Tinder?
Yes. And so he was telling me, he's like, Roxanne, it's garbage. It's terrible. So I'm like, give me your password. Give me your stuff. I'm going to start to
You're going to zhuzh up his account? You're going to swipe right or left for him?
I'm going to do it. Take it over.
You're going to go fishing for him?
Yes.
On Tinder?
Yes.
So the deal is, hey, I want to delve a little deeper into your guy friend on Tinder. So most Tinder users are in relationships or married. So, I always assumed that It's not like, what was that cheating website where their whole motto was
Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't their whole thing was life's too short to not cheat or something?
Yeah, have an affair.
Yeah, it was like life's too short, not that.
Is that the one that the whole list of everybody got released?
Oh, yeah. There was like a hack. And then, the whole like user database, like who was registered on Ashley Madison leaked like, I don't know, like 5-6 years ago or something. So this is great. About half of 1,300 some Tinder users who took part in a survey are not actually looking for love. Nope. They're using the app for entertainment. You got folks that are just kind of, going through and they're kind of playing a hot or not game. But then the other data that came out of the research, you see what I'm saying here? So you have people that are on Tinder and they're not actually interested in using the app to meet people. They're swiping left and right.
All right, so it's not like they're in a relationship and they're looking to cheat. They're in a relationship. They're just looking for a game.
This is a multifold discussion. So the first, you've got people that are on Tinder that are just playing like a hot or not game. They're just swiping to see if the person is hot or not. Then the other portion of the folks that are on Tinder, most of them that are looking for action are married or they're already tied up. They're looking for some side action. They're looking for some side entertainment. They're looking for some sexual excitement on the side, extracurricular activities.
Or maybe they're like, okay, I don't know if I'm happy anymore. Let me see what else is out there.
It's like, duh. So again, what I'm bringing up here is twofold. You've got a lot of people on Tinder. It's just entertainment value. They're just, they're not trying to find dates. They're just, it's entertainment. They're like swiping left and right, like a hot or not kind of thing. And then the other big portion of folks on Tinder, they're already married or they're in a relationship and they're looking for a side ride, extracurricular. And I'm like, duh. When I saw this and I read this, I'm like, well, I don't know a hell of a lot about Tinder. I mean, I know enough about, how it works. I'm like, of course, on these sites, you're going to have a whole bunch of folks that are looking for some, excitement on the side. Some side dishes going on.
I had a friend who had Tinder on his phone, right? And he and I are out, and he shows me this Tinder app, and he's telling me how it works. And he goes, yeah, go ahead, scroll through a couple of them. And mind you, I have very low standards, but, especially for my friend. And I got the swipes backwards. So I was approving every person that I would have otherwise passed on.
All right. So the swipe deal is if you
swipe left.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're satisfied, you swipe right. If you like what you see, you swipe right.
Yes, I know this now. Swipe right for yes, left for pass.
And if it's like a troll under the bridge, you swipe left.
Unless you're into trolls. Then you swipe right. So I got it backwards. He gets up and uses the bathroom, and I'm in there. I'm probably 6-8 minutes playing with his phone. You could go through 100 pictures in that amount of time.
So you're swiping 100 pictures the wrong way?
And I'm like, all right. So and they show me, he's like, what are you doing, dude?
Man, you messed him up.
Yeah, he's like, now, the thing is, I think he has to swipe the same direction on them before there's a connection.
You know what? Let's grab some calls on this. So, 2 questions. Let's kind of follow the story that I saw. So, 2 questions. Are you on Tinder or have you messed on Tinder, not really looking to have a fling, just purely for entertainment value to see whether the people are attractive? So, listen, this is a question for male and female listeners. Have you signed up for Tinder purely for entertainment value to take a look at the people on there with no intention of actually trying to hook up or never even hooking up? So that's question number 1. And then question number 2, which I don't know if we'll get calls on this, but if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. Have you gone on Tinder while married or in a relationship looking for a little side dish action? All right. Or if you have any other Tinder observation, love to grab your call. Let's go. 800-990-1047. So a couple of Tinder questions. 800-990-1047. That's how you get on. So a couple of different angles, or if you want to bring a different angle, let's go. 800-990-1047 is how you answer our Tinder questions right now. Roxanne, while Andrew is screening calls,
Yes.
your guy friend, who is this guy friend?
He's 10 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
And I've known him forever. For a long time.
You knew him when he was what, in like elementary school?
Yeah, I would say he's a family friend. Is a family friend. So yes, I have. I've known him for a long time.
Okay.
And so he was like, Roxanne, it's garbage. It's garbage on Tinder.
Well, listen, that's another question. For our listeners, do you agree that Tinder is garbage? Another angle. Have you been on Tinder, and do you agree with Roxanne's male friend that Tinder is garbage? 800-990-1047. Or have you met anyone good, or is there any quality that you've met on Tinder? 800-990-1047. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, and so he just said that, it's no one that he would want to go out with, and he has heard from, different people. He's getting out of a marriage, right? He's divorced now. So he's looking for, a serious relationship. He's not looking to just hook up with people. And that's why he thinks Tinder is not the place, because it really is more for hookups.
So he went on Tinder and he's not finding anything good on Tinder?
No.
All right. Let's grab Alan in Tampa. Alan, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you all?
Doing well, Alan. What's the deal? What's going on?
Just to refute that Tinder's all bad. I met my wife on Tinder, and we married sort of like 2 years ago.
Did you? I recognize you've got an accent, Alan. Did you?
Yeah.
Were you looking for an American wife just to get a green card or something, or what?
No, I own my own business, so I'm part of like E2 investment visa.
Okay.
I was just looking to meet somebody, and I'll be honest with you, being fresh landed in Tampa, I thought Plenty of Fish would help, and Tinder and that lot.
And you're from the UK?
I am, yes.
What part of the UK? I just recognize your UK accent.
Yeah, just outside of Manchester.
Fantastic.
So we're stuck between Liverpool Football Club and Manchester Football Club.
Very good. Did you watch the Peaky Blinders?
Of course I did.
Man, was that fantastic, man. I can't wait to see Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer, man, this weekend, man. I'm looking so forward to this. Hey, Alan, thanks for the call. So you met and how long ago did you meet your wife? How long has this been?
4 years ago. 4 years. I've been over here now. Wait there. I've been over here 6 years. So, yeah, it would have been 5 years ago.
Wow. And is the marriage going well?
Yeah, we've just been accepted as a foster parent. We've just got our first kid.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, it's all going in the right direction.
Well, awesome, Alan. Alan.
Glory, glory, Man United, Alan.
Yeah, I hate soccer. So
Never mind.
Wait a minute. I have never met anyone from the UK that hates football or soccer.
I think because my dad is such a big United fan, and because we have Liverpool right next to us, and we've got Manchester United right next to us.
Yeah.
I just never was interested in the soccer side of things.
Wow. Alan, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening.
Sounds amazing.
All right, Christopher's in Newport Richie. Christopher, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Good morning, and thank you. How you doing, guys?
Doing fine.
Real quick, on the dating sites, the biggest thing is a lot of women use it for validation, and they do conversate and get nowhere. That's proven fact. I know that. I just came out of a relationship.
Whoa. Hold on a minute. I got to explore that. So you're saying a lot of women use Tinder for validation?
Yes.
I think I know what you're talking about, but do me a favor. Define validation.
What happens is you have a beautiful woman like Roxanne in your studio there. I don't know what she looks like, but she sounds gorgeous. My ex-girlfriend was named Roxanne, just the same, 54 years old, whatever. But anyway, if they don't have that in their life and they're not getting, hello, you're beautiful, good morning, they want that from the person who is texting them, and they'll go through a couple of guys, and they're talking to them, day in, day out, and they have that's satisfying their need. They hear that validation that they're good looking and what's going on, because they have to choose what guy is valid in their life that they'll accept that from and feel good from. That's the biggest key in a relationship. And when a woman moves from one guy to another, that's the biggest thing people don't understand. They don't understand a woman is emotional. guys are physical, and a lot of guys are just trying to do their thing. I mean, girls are too, but that's what I keep experiencing, the same thing. Like, I have never gotten, I lied. 2 times have I gotten girls say, just come over and want to hang out and just do the wild thing. But 99.9% of the time, you literally have to put up, like, your financials. You got to tell these people what's going on. And then maybe they're going to date with you, and then they move it along. But, yeah.
Well, that's an interesting philosophy.
You've had women that want your financials?
Yeah, but I'll give you a long story short. I'm doing pretty well in life, but I don't have a house. I don't have big monies because I got laid off from my union world. I told the woman I was with what's going on, and she was totally copacetic and hung out with me for a long time. Then she decided to go hang out with other men because that person had a house. It was settled. Like his culture was different than mine, so it was more interesting. And she moved away from me. Now, I'm upset about it, but I'm not upset about it because that's life, and we talked about this. But the thing is, you have to be 100% open. People are not. So if you want to date multiple people while you're dating somebody, conversation, communication is totally open. Don't find it weird that a guy and a girl, might want to hang out with somebody else while they're dating you. It's not an insult. The intimacy is the day-to-day. It's not the actual sex. Like if you're telling me about your kids, your bills, and then help me fix the leak in my house, that's intimate. Guys and girls don't understand that. That's what I keep saying. And the sex part is easy because we all can call somebody up and get, and have some fun with somebody. But that's what I've seen. Again, all the date sites in my eyes have been like this. I've been on a few of them, and right now I'm on a rest right now, and I'm just trying to chill out. But I actually try and go on, and I tell the women I'm here for a reason. I'm not here just to talk and say stupid stuff. Let's keep it moving. And
wow, Christopher, dude, you've actually Christopher's opened up a much deeper conversation here, Christopher.
Yeah, a lot of insight.
Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate it. Have a great day, buddy.
Yeah. Speaking of moving it along, Christopher, we got to go.
No, listen, he took us to a deeper level there.
Yeah, he did.
That's what we were looking for.
I thought that was fantastic, actually. Fester, is this bothering you that Netflix has scrapped the cheapest ad-free plan to boost ad tier?
I think I have the cheapest Netflix plan.
So Netflix has removed its basic plan in the United States in which users could watch shows and movies without commercials as the company tries to draw more subscribers to its ad-free. So the company said on its website the $9.99 a month basic plan would no longer be available for new or rejoining members. So if you're grandfathered in, you're okay? Is that it?
I think I have it where it could be on 3 devices. We had options. You have certain tiers of programs. I don't have 5 devices I need Netflix on. So I think I have the 3 package, but yeah, I think it's $12.99 a month or something like that. Maybe I'm above this cheapest one, but this is where everything's going, to this subscription based, and they're going to jam ads in your face platform.
You know what we didn't get to yesterday? The story about activity potentially on the Tupac Shakur murderer.
Yeah, we never got to that.
Yeah, I had it in the pile yesterday, but as I always say, I can't get to everything. So better late than never. So police in the Vegas area, they converged on a house in Henderson, Nevada, which Henderson is a suburb to Las Vegas. It's just right outside. And where'd I go to? I went to that, was it Green Valley Ranch? Are they still there? There was that Green Valley Ranch in Henderson. And there was even a TV show about it, about the day-to-day operations. It was some reality show like 10, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, about the Green Valley Ranch.
Was some hoity-toity hotel?
No, it's still there. Look at that. Green Valley Ranch Resort and Spa Casino. Yeah, Henderson, Nevada. Yeah. So here's the deal. Computer hard drives and photos, possible suspects linked to the shooting death of Tupac Shakur. So those are some of the items seized by investigators who raided this Henderson, Las Vegas area home on Monday. And somehow this is connected to the murder mystery. Do you realize that Tupac Shakur was murdered almost 30 years ago? It was 1996, was it?
You forget he's been gone that long because don't they have holographs of him? Have you ever seen him performing as a hologram?
Yeah, so Tupac Shakur was riding in the passenger seat of a BMW. It was I think it was a black BMW 7 Series, if I'm not mistaken. And the BMW was driven by Suge Knight. Mm-hmm. After a boxing match in Vegas, a white Cadillac pulled alongside their vehicle. It was September 7th, 1996. And the occupants of the Cadillac rolled down their windows and opened fire on the men, hitting Shakur 3 times in the chest, also striking Suge Knight. Tupac Shakur was pronounced dead 6 days later. He was just 25 years old, and no arrests were ever made in the assassination of Tupac Shakur.
So there are like 3 different working theories as to who it was. One of them is...
I think it was Vanilla Ice, if you want to know the truth.
He doesn't have the balls for that.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. Well, remember, Vanilla Ice claims that Suge Knight dangled him off of like a 14-story balcony in Miami, forcing him to pay him money or something. Remember that? That was an old story. All right, go ahead, Rox.
Okay, so there's always the bad blood between him and Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
And
things didn't work out for Notorious B.I.G. either.
Exactly. 3 months before Tupac's death, he released the track Hit 'Em Up, in which he claims to have slept with Biggie's wife, a strange wife at the time. And so that's one theory, is that it has to do with Biggie, which would make sense. And then there's another theory that it has to do with, you know, Tupac was a gang member, obviously. He was a blood.
A whole Crips and Bloods thing.
Yeah. And so the theory is it was Orlando Anderson, who was a member.
Orlando? Down the hall, Orlando?
Wow. No. Orlando Anderson, who was a Southside Crip gang member.
All right.
So whose house did they serve?
But you know what's incredible? Well, we don't know yet.
It was somewhere in Vegas, as you mentioned.
Yeah, it was in Henderson, Nevada, just outside of Las Vegas. They seized magazine articles and photos. Photos dating back to the 90s show people who at the time were believed to be connected to gangs or gang activity. Copies of the book Compton Street Legend by Dwayne Keith Davis, a.k.a. Keith D., were also taken by police. This guy Davis claimed to be one of 2 eyewitnesses to the drive-by shooting in the house, which was rated belonged to his wife. Anyway, you know what's interesting is here we have that dormant case of that Gilgo Beach prostitute killer and the arrest of this Rex architect guy. So that just came out of nowhere. And now we've got Tupac Shakur and his assassination. This story is like just popping out of nowhere.
Lately in the news,
2 big unsolved deals.
I know these 2 are very high profile, but there's been a lot of cold cases that have all but been forgotten. In Hillsborough County, a couple of weeks ago, a guy was brought back for a 40-year-old murder.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
DNA will get you.
I'm really happy to see these cold cases being brought back and justice finally being served, or a conclusion at least for the families.
You've got those like internet sleuths that are like diving into cold cases. What's the famous one? There's a well-known story where this woman, like a 30-something-year-old woman, became like this internet cold case sleuth, and she helped solve like a big story. You know what I'm talking about?
It's not.
Is that ringing any bell?
It's not the "don't bleep with cats" person.
Oh yeah, I think that's it. I think
there was 2 of them. There's "don't bleep with cats,"
and there's another one.
Yeah,
but the "don't bleep with cats" that was like an internet cold case, like true crime fan that helped put that whole thing together. But there's another one as well. But I mean, you've got folks sitting at home and they're like becoming these like armchair computer desktop detectives, and it's working out in some cases. But that's tremendous. Hey, speaking of like crime and weird, all right, Roxanne, you're like anticipating what I'm about to do.
I've got a story that I so want you to talk about today that I just saw, and it broke overnight, and I'm hoping this is it.
Broke overnight?
Yeah, New York Post.
Okay.
Go whatever direction you're going.
I'm excited.
This is a good one.
Hold on, what's the story? What's the story you're hoping I do?
I mean, he can wait. Whatever you have that has you on pins and needles is what we want to get to.
What are you all amped up on?
Okay, I'm surprised you didn't see this in the Post. Maybe you did, but we've talked about this site before.
What?
The Hitman site.
Oh yeah, I've got that. That's right here. Look at this. No, that's like I have that after that.
Oh, okay, good. So you are going to.
I don't have it from the New York Post. I have it from NBC Miami
because it happened in Miami.
Yeah, I have the story from WTVJ, which is NBC 6.
This is an incredible story for more than one reason.
I'll do this one first.
Okay.
And then there's another crazy story, and it's the fraud lady up in Alabama. You know that story?
No.
With the orange-haired man?
He's my orange-haired man. I love that song.
All right, so the story that Roxanne's talking about is a mother in Miami is in big trouble, facing charges. She went on that Hire a Hitman website to try to have her 3-year-old son killed. What?
Oh, my gosh. It's horrific.
It's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. Keep going, MJ. Keep going.
This is nuts. Jasmine Paez, 18 years old, apparently went on rentahitman.com, a website we've talked about many times. It is a total parody site.
That gets the job done, apparently.
It's a total parody site, and people that actually either apply to be a hitman or people that go onto the website to really try to hire a hitman to take somebody out, the owner of the website then contacts the appropriate law enforcement to say, hey, and the website is loaded with it is obnoxious. It is sarcastic. It is clearly a parody.
Over the top hysterical.
Look at this. Hold on. Stop. Let me scroll. So it says on the website, the dark web is not safe, but we are.
Yeah, all right.
Then you scroll down. Your privacy is important to us, and Rent a Hitman is 100% compliant with HIPAA. That's the Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act of 1964.
It's hysterical.
I mean, you'd have to be a moron to believe that rentahitman.com is a real website. So Jasmine Paez, 18, allegedly went on rentahitman.com and wanted to rent a hitman. Sent pictures of her son and told the website exactly where her son was going to be at a specific time so the Rent a Hitman dude could get it done.
How hard could it be for the hitman to take out a 3-year-old?
What mother wants their 3-year-old kid taken out by a hitman? This is insane.
Stop by the deli at 3 o'clock.
This is crazy, Eddie. Insane.
There are two other things in this story that are just like, what?
Hey, go to the Little Rascals daycare. It's on Biscayne Boulevard. You know what? Come on. Yes, Rox.
Okay, Robert, what's his name? Robert Ines. He's the one who runs the site. And he said that he went to the Miami-Dade police, and initially they didn't take his warning seriously, so much so that they were going to send him a cease and desist letter if he continued contacting them about this woman.
What the hell is wrong with the Miami-Dade police?
Exactly. You can't ask any, let's look into this.
Hold on. The guy that runs a website that has already busted a bunch of people. This website, if you remember, there was a former military, an Army guy that in the last 6 or 8 months, you had an Army guy who was discharged from the Army, and he went to the Rent a Hitman website to get hired as a hitman, saying that his experience in the Army would make him a great hitman. And that he likes to kill people. This website has a history of busting people. How can the Miami-Dade police not have taken...
And leave us alone. Cease and desist.
They were blowing him off?
Yes. Blowing him off. Like you better go away or you're going to be in trouble for contacting us about this potential murder.
The owner of the website's trying to inform the Miami-Dade police that, hey, I've got someone trying to hire a hitman to kill a 3-year-old from my website, and the Miami-Dade police didn't want to give this guy the time of day and wanted to, order him to leave. What is wrong with the Miami-Dade police? That is a horrible reflection on Miami-Dade police.
If you want some just comedy gold, read the job application for Rent a Hitman in the career. It goes down name, alias, phone number, all that important information, date you can start, and then it's like, can you drive a manual transmission? All of our getaway cars are stick shifts.
I mean, it's so over the top ridiculous.
People are filling this out. Oh, yeah. I learned on my dad's Jeep. This is hysterical.
So the mother has been busted now.
Okay, and again, I don't like to make fun of people's mugshots except when they're trying to get their kid killed, their 3-year-old killed. So let's go ahead and pull up a mugshot and have at it.
Hey, bring up the mugshot. So the woman, Jasmine, Jazmin, Paez, Paez, Jasmine Paez, 18 years old, was arrested on Tuesday of charges of soliciting murder and unlawful use of a communications device, being held on a $15,000 bond, was ordered to stay away from her 3-year-old child.
Did she have a stroke?
She's got her face, her mouth is all cockeyed like, oops.
Maybe she has Bell's palsy or whatever it is.
It's not balls, it's Bell's palsy.
Bell's palsy.
Bell's palsy, Ball's palsy.
That's another issue. You see your urologist for that.
Bell's palsy.
Oh, boy. So, Channel 6 in Miami, NBC 6, is reporting that the family says the toddler is safe with relatives. The Florida Department of Children and Families was notified. Yeah, a good thing for that.
Better have the feds outside his house.
So you happy I did the story, Rox?
Oh, yes.
All right. Hey, folks, we are less than an hour away. Between 9 and 9:20, make sure you keep listening. Between 9 and 9:20, I'm going to give you the next MJ Cash Stash song. You could win $1,000 later today. Cash Stash is simple. Every day between 9 and 9:20, I'm going to tell you what song to listen for when you hear that song played during the workday, guaranteed before 6 o'clock. Be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047, and win $1,000. Yesterday, Vanessa in Lutz won $1,000, and you could be the next $1,000 winner. Spread the word, have your friends do it, maybe split the money if either of you win. Work in teams, work in tandem. And remember, we only give away the song between 9 and 9:20 every morning. We don't repeat what song you're listening for after that. So you got to be listening between 9 and 9:20 here on the MJ Morning Show. So it's coming up. The other item that I was going to do, and then do your story about the hitman right after, but I just reversed the order here. Are you guys aware of the crazy story of the lady that claims that she was trying to rescue a toddler on the interstate at night, and then she disappears, and then she reemerges, and then the guy with the balding orange hair in the woods?
What the heck? I think a fairy tale.
Yeah.
What's going on?
And then she ran into that new collection of ridiculous Seven Dwarfs from.
I saw the first publicity photo for this new Snow White, and it's like, what?
Like, what the? That's a whole different story. I mean, the political correctness, man, has just run amok. All right, so here's the deal. Carly Russell is this woman. This is up in Hoover, Alabama. Now, Hoover is a suburb of Birmingham. Right. Just outside. I've been to Hoover. I've been to Birmingham. But this is another crazy story. The chief of police in Hoover, Alabama, and this has become a national story, and everyone's talking about this thing. The chief of police up in Hoover says they're not looking for an orange guy, an orange-haired guy. He's like, there's no risk to public safety at this point in what happened with this Carly Russell. So there is this serious heavy-duty implication that this Carly Russell was never kidnapped as she has claimed, and new evidence has come out that suggests that she is just full of garbage, that she's full of crap. So the chief is Nick Durzis, and he did a presser yesterday, took questions from the media. And here's the story. This Carly, she was caught on surveillance leaving her work back on July 13th. That's the day she disappeared. And she had a few items with her. Then she, I guess, ordered food. She then stopped at a Target store. She got some Cheez-Its and some granola bars.
Both of which are delicious.
At Target. And then, according to the police chief, she then gets on the road. She makes a 911 call on her way, and she reports that she sees a small child on the side of the freeway. And Russell, this Carly Russell, says, yeah, the kid is like 3 or 4 years old, and it's walking on the side of the road in a diaper. So the chief of police said the officers were there within 5 minutes of when Carly called, and she was nowhere to be found. And she was the only person that called 911 and claimed that there was a toddler in diapers on the side of the road. And there was a lot of traffic, apparently. So then officers found her phone, a wig, the food that she had ordered, but the Target items and a robe that she was seen leaving work with and toilet paper, those were gone. So the Cheez-Its and the granola bars, and she was seen on surveillance walking out of her work with apparently a robe and toilet paper.
I leave her all the time with toilet paper.
And a robe.
Yes.
I'm going to walk out with a robe. So then she disappears. She's gone. And then Carly shows up 2 days later at her parents' house, and she claims that she was abducted and that she escaped the trailer. So the chief of police there said that her detectives interviewed Carly. She says she got out of the vehicle to help this young child in diapers on the side of the road. And then, Froggy, here we go. The man with orange hair and a bald spot came out of the woods.
Oh, my gosh.
She's on the side of the interstate trying to help this non-existent toddler in diapers on the side of the interstate. And a guy with orange hair and a bald spot emerges from the woods.
It's a very specific look.
Yeah, grabs her and takes her over a fence and then into an 18-wheeler trailer.
No.
That's a very involved story.
Yeah, she told cops that she escaped the trailer, but then she was put in a car. She was blindfolded. She was then taken to some house, which I'm sure it was described as the Texas Chainsaw House. So she says she was forced to undress, and then a man and a female accomplice who she claims she never saw took photos of her. My God. Then she escaped when she was, I guess, loaded into another car. She ran through the woods. She eventually got to her parents' house.
I mean, that is convenient if the kidnapper drives you right by the neighborhood you grew up in.
That's nice.
I mean,
she escaped and then ran to her parents' house.
It's still a pretty far run.
But then here's the deal.
If I had to run to my parents' house, I'm running 40 miles.
This is clearly this is clearly a total hoax. This is, I mean, what was her motive? Was this an attention-getting thing? Was she trying to get out of something, looking for sympathy? But what also, these are the new items that were revealed in the press conference yesterday, is that this Carly Russell, she apparently did all kinds of searches on her phone in the days prior and even hours prior to her disappearance. She searched for, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? How to take money from a register without getting caught.
Wow.
That's a good search. I want to check that one out.
She Google searched Birmingham bus station. She searched for one-way bus ticket, Birmingham to Nashville. She also searched the movie Taken, which is
big Liam Neeson fan.
It's Liam. Yeah, it's an abduction movie.
Don't you do an incredible Liam Neeson impression?
Oh yeah, I could only say this.
Go.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
Yes, that is so good. That is so good.
That's all I can do.
It's like he's here.
Yeah.
So here's another one of these whacked out stories where someone concocts this ridiculous story, and then they're busted by their searches. And come on,
dude, that's why I have a burner phone for anything sketchy I want to search.
Dude, guess what? The Gilgo Beach hooker killer. He had like 7 burner phones, and they got him, dude. So if you think you're safe with a burner phone,
I only use my burner phone at your house.
The hell are you?
Why is Fester parked in front of our house?
What are you talking about?
I have the sketchiest Google search history because of this show, first of all. And then the second excuse is you just say, "Oh, I'm a writer. I'm a fictional writer." You can Google search anything you want to.
I think you're a freak behind the scenes. I got to be honest. I do.
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
But hold on. What I'm saying, though, is that, when you first started with us, Roxanne, and listen,
you're going off on a tangent that is not.
No, you just opened the door.
Whoa.
You open. Let my love open the door. You just opened the door. I'm just saying that you started out kind of like meek and kind of prim and proper, and then kind of like over the last year or so, you've kind of, you've opened up a bit. You've.
I don't know if she's changed as much.
Okay, you
as
don't have to answer for me, Fester.
No, well, listen, we're commenting. Listen, Miss Prim and Proper. Listen, I don't know as much as she's changed as much as she's a little more relaxed around us now.
Well, I mean, you can't one day go to work and have one sort of persona and then the next day flip a switch.
Yes, you can. Persona. Tell us about your persona.
I have a lot of personas.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that I'm guessing there's a lot of freaky stuff that we don't know about. That's just a supposition. Just a supposition. Hey, Fester.
Yo, baby.
I think I'm out of the woods on this because I was not at Tampa General until June.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah.
I know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, a big local story. But
I know what you're trying to talk about.
I just saw it.
So Fester,
what about it? Go ahead.
Well, no, Tampa General has a big issue.
What happened?
Did I ever tell you how much the bill was for my kidney stone at TGH?
You told me that there was like a $6,000 copay, or they wanted money from you beforehand.
Hang on, that's a whole different story. Man, they wanted my credit card before I stepped foot in that place. They kept calling me at TGH. We need your credit card. We need your credit card. We need your credit card. All right, so Tampa General reported that they were hacked. And confidential data of 1.2 million patients has been compromised. A criminal group stole confidential information of about 1.2 million Tampa General Hospital patients, including Social Security numbers.
That sounds like years and years and years of patients.
It does. This is according to reporting by the St. Pete Times. The theft of information came to light after the hospital detected unusual activity on its computer systems on May 31st. An investigation aided by a third-party forensic firm found that an unauthorized user obtained access to data files over a 3-week period through May 30th. So I didn't have my kidney stone procedure there until like June 20. When was I there?
Middle of June.
Like June 8th, whatever it was. It was June for me, right? Yeah, it was June when I had my kidney stone procedure. Well, no, it was May.
Was it May?
No, I was.
Were you in it?
Oh, wait a minute, son
I'm trying
of
to
a.
think. It wasn't June.
Whoa, wait a sec, son of a.
June was the day that I worked 9. That was the month that I worked 9 days.
No,
so your kidney procedure was in May.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Schnit. Yes.
Oh, you know what?
You're compromised.
I'm potentially compromised. Son of a theft information on the computer system through May 31st. That's right. I had my procedure done on, I think, Thursday, May 25th. Yes. Oh my God. You know what? I thought my kidney stone procedure was done early June. No. I was in TGH on May 25th, Thursday, so I'm part of the potential compromised information. Son of a... Really?
They were all doing it to get your information.
Oh, man.
Any idea on who is behind all of this?
Probably Russian, Chechen hackers. I don't know.
And what's their end game?
Well, they data theft, credit. Opening up. Who knows?
Open up lines of credit.
Who knows?
HIPAA violation.
The data that was compromised varies by individual. The hospital said, but may have included names, addresses, phone numbers, dates of birth, social security numbers, health insurance information, medical record numbers, patient account numbers, dates of service, and limited information about treatment. The hospital said its medical record system was not accessed.
Oh, good.
Tampa General reported the data breach to the FBI and is providing support to the agency as it investigates the crime. It said that its security systems prevented another attempt to encrypt its data. Anyway, so, oh, man, I thought I was out of the woods. I was like going to go, Fester, because Fester, you were at TGH a couple times.
Yeah.
With your...
my kids were born at TGH.
Yeah.
You know, my wife's been a patient there.
Well, you had your...
myasthenia gravis.
Your myasthenia gravis was treated there. Yeah.
I was diagnosed for ED at Tampa General Hospital. Now the Chechens know.
Oh, man. And I thought that so I'm potentially exposed.
Oh, no.
And by the way, my kidney stone. So I have that 10 millimeter kidney stone that I had busted up with lithotripsy, which is, bombarding it and whacking it with these sound waves like 2,000 times. And I tell you what, my doctor did a wonderful job, busted that thing up, took a couple of days, I had a couple of rough days afterward, but all those passed. I've been fine. And then I went scuba diving, obviously, with Julian in June, and I'm fine. It's done. This whole kidney stone thing, man, it is like the worst pain you'll ever experience. But it's like a switch. It's on and off. So it's on, and then it goes on. And once you're done with the stones, once you passed either the stone that's small enough to pass, or you bust it up with lithotripsy, once that stuff is gone, man, it is like you just snap back, and it's like what's that commercial, like Serve Pro? Like it never even happened. You know those? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So my hospital bill for the lithotripsy, $42,000.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
$42,000. And I'm not having much luck with insurance companies lately.
No.
So get a load of this. We've got Aetna.
My doctor told me Aetna is the worst.
So our company insurance is Aetna here. And you're going to love this. I'm probably in line for a big, huge fight very shortly. Because we got the denial of coverage, right?
Yeah.
Letter from Aetna, our company health insurance here. So listen to this. They approved me going to Tampa General. So like I said, Tampa General, they're like pre-admission. All they cared about was my credit card. They're like, we got to have your credit card. We got to pay. So I owed them $6,500. That was my like copay deductible with my insurance. So all TGH cared about was $65. They wanted my credit card, man. It was like I was getting worked over. They were calling me, leaving messages. Hey, before you show up for your procedure, we need your credit card. We need your credit card. I'm like, what the hell?
Hey, Mr. MJ, this is Lenny over at TGH. Right. We need your credit card.
So, I gave them the credit card. I show up at TGH. Let me tell you right now, the care I got at TGH was fantastic. The nurses that dealt with me in the pre-op, during the operation, I don't know, I was all dosed out. I was on fentanyl. I looked at the thing. I had fentanyl. So I had like propofol, fentanyl. I had general anesthesia. So whatever I had.
It took a lot to shut you up.
There was a whole list of like the drugs I got. And one of the drugs, the anesthesia, was fentanyl. So the whole procedure was like $42,000. So let me tell you right now that the care that I got, like the nurses as they were prepping me, they were fantastic. So the care that I got at TGH was great. I have no issue with that. But man, they want their money, man. So now, aside from TGH, the total bill for my kidney stone, $42,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean, I'm talking about I was in there at 1:30 for like a 4:00 procedure, but then the machine was late being dropped off. They don't have the lithotripsy machine. It's got to move around. There's a company that brings it around.
It makes it more efficient. They don't need it every day.
Then the guy got lost. He got in traffic. I don't know how. But how do you not know how to get to TGH? Anyway, the weather was bad and whatever. His tux didn't come back from the dry cleaners. I don't know. So the machine didn't get there till like 7:00. So my procedure didn't start till 7:30. So the whole deal, really, if you compress it all, the prep time, the whole deal, like 3 hours. At $42,000 bill, $42,000. But here's my issue. So Aetna now sent a letter like denying coverage for the actual lithotripsy. So wait a minute. You approve the operating room. You approve everything else, but now you're going to deny the machine that actually did the procedure? What the hell? Aetna, you're effing with the wrong guy. All right?
Whoa.
All right, I'm telling you right now. All right? So I've got to work through this whole deal now. So that's going to...
Just a side note question about anybody else encounter this? I just got a bill. I kid you not.
Yeah.
I got a bill for when I had Daviana.
Wait a minute.
And she's 3.
3 years ago? You
yes,
just got
from the hospital.
Which hospital?
Morton Plant. And they said I hadn't paid it. And I was like, I'm pretty good about paying my bills.
How much was the bill for?
It was $1,000 something. And so I'm like, what? So I was just wondering if that happens to anyone else. Like I'm thinking maybe during COVID, hospital bills got behind on sending out their what needed to be collected on collections or something. I don't know. It just popped up.
Usually, if it's that late, it would have already been turned over to a collection company. So that's
maybe it is the collection company that's contacting me. I don't know.
Bring it in. I'll look at it.
Okay.
I'll take a look. But can you imagine that Aetna, our company insurance here, they approve everything, but then they want to deny the actual machine that was used for the whole reason why I was admitted. So TGH, this billing department that was hounding me for my credit card.
They knew.
Yeah, they were like, all right, you've been fully approved. Aetna has pre-approved everything. Your coverage is. And then they were telling me that once you pay the $6,500, you've met your deductible for everything. There should be no other charges after that. So that's what they told me at TGH. And then Aetna's like denying, this. So that's a big giant mess that I got to deal. I'm not having good luck with insurance lately.
No,
with my homeowners getting canceled, and then my crappy experience with Frontline Insurance, which I had them for a month and a half, and then they wanted to cancel me because I've got a couple of cracked roof tiles, which are purely decorative because it's a clay tile roof. The roof is underneath the tiles. The tiles are window dressing. They are decorative. Anyway, so I'm not having good luck with insurance lately. And listen, I'm one of many Floridians where the whole homeowners insurance thing is a freaking mess. AIG canceled me after 13 years. I end up with this Frontline, and then, they're hassling me. And they said, you got to put a new roof on your house by August 6th or we're canceling you. And I said, bleep you. So I canceled Frontline. What are you laughing at? Am I entertaining you over here?
Yeah.
I mean, TGH is going to put the kidney stone back.
I've got the pieces.
Yes,
they would have to break into my house, use some Gorilla Glue and put the little pieces back together and then jam it back in my kidney.
And then break into your urethra.
Shove it right up my urethra.
That's easy. Listen, getting in there is the easy part.
Oh, man. Listen, folks, you never know what you're going to get when you listen to the MJ Morning Show. It is 8:36, so we're getting close to 9 o'clock. Don't forget, between 9 and 9:20, we're going to give you the next MJ Cash Stash song. We'll give you the title and the artist that's coming up in just a bit. And when you hear that Cash Stash song played anytime during the workday, guaranteed before 6, be the 7th caller, you win $1,000. But you got to know what song you're listening for, and I'll tell you today and every day between 9 a.m. and 9:20, so it's coming up in just a bit. Oh, speaking of operations, procedures, did you see this woman up in New Jersey that was having a brain tumor removed, and she was awake? Now, I've heard of this. When they're doing brain surgery, a lot of times they have the patients awake, and as they're tinkering around in the brain, they're trying to see what the patient's reactions are and if they're talking or making noise or whatever. This is crazy. A New Jersey woman was asked to sing during her surgery as doctors were removing a brain tumor that was causing her to have seizures. And she was singing songs like Sweet Caroline.
That's a good song. I don't know if I would have thought of that song first.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Now, do you think that she did the dun dun? Did she do the dun dun? And did she raise her hand up and do the dun dun dun?
She had to. That's the only way to sing it. And then you have to say, so good.
So good.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Did she get into it?
Yeah, so Christina Vayed of Keansburg, New Jersey, was required to stay awake.
Is there a recording of this?
Man, I wish there was, but she was required to stay awake and talking during the surgery last month. So her doctors at Hackensack Meridian Neuroscience Institute at Jersey Shore University Medical Center. My God, how the hell do you get that on a sign? Hackensack Meridian Neuroscience Institute at Jersey Shore University Medical Center.
Jeez.
So they could see in real time how the procedure was affecting her brain. 30 years old with a brain tumor giving her seizures. And she was having seizures for over a decade.
That's an old school song to go to if you're 30. I thought you'd be like 65 or something.
Yeah, she was terrified. She found comfort in the fact the doctor wanted her to sing something that she loved. She told Newsweek, and one of her passions is singing. She loves to do karaoke. And the doctor, Nitesh Patel, co-director of neurosurgical oncology at Hackensack Meridian Health at Jersey Shore University Medical Center.
Wow. That's a lot.
Told Newsweek that it was causing her to have seizures. And I guess video was taken inside the hospital. It shows that Vi had kicked off the surgery by singing Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline.
They play this at baseball games.
What are you, new?
Yeah.
Did you just say this is like the ballpark song? Yes, it's the
Yes, the
Boston
Red Sox. It's the whole big seventh inning deal.
I
was there for that once. That's when Big Papa, what's his name?
Big Poppy?
Yeah, Big Poppy.
Yes.
Whatever the hell. He gave my kid a ball. Julian was handed a ball by Big Poppy.
Wow.
That's
Big
cool.
Poppy's like, hey, kid, hit your dad with
And
this.
that was before he got shot in the Dominican Republic or wherever that happened.
Poor bastard.
Now he's a Fox commentator. He's doing a great job.
Oh, yeah. No, he's good on TV.
Yes.
That guy's got a great personality.
Yeah, the guy he sits next to on the set, though, is a hack.
No, he's not.
Who's that?
Derek Jeter.
Oh.
No, he's not.
We
love him.
Yes, Andrew. Can I help you?
I have the audio of the surgery.
Oh, you do?
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah, the story I had did not have a link to the audio. All right, let me hear the audio. Go ahead. Go ahead and play it. All right, we're waiting. Well, he says he had the audio. Are we going to get that today, or is it going to be on Friday? Do I need to make a reservation?
Hold on.
All right.
One of Christina's passions is singing. She loves to do karaoke.
Andrew,
rewind it.
Andrew, do you have the audio? Yes or no?
Playing it.
Rewind it. We missed half of it.
I'm not hearing it.
You didn't hear that?
Wait a minute.
I heard the doctor talking.
Oh, wait a sec. Oh, there was a button pushed. I couldn't hear it in my headphones.
Okay, so.
Oh, I couldn't hear it.
Singing. She loves to do karaoke.
All right, hold on a minute. Let's.
Is that Doctor?
All right, here we go.
Christina Viad
Here it is.
sang through her operation.
One of Christina's passions is singing.
So I guess they did do the bump, bump, bump. No, there was a button. Our equipment is so bad in here. There was a button pushed, and I guess you guys heard it playing in your headphones. I could not hear it in mine. People at home or listening in the car, they could hear it. I could not hear it in my headphones.
I've seen videos of people playing like guitars when they're having surgery that.
Yeah, same deal.
Violins.
Yep. Yeah, they just want to make sure when they're tinkering in the brain that they're not messing around with like the processing sensors of the brain.
And it's a good way to test it with music because you use so many parts of your brain.
So hopefully her surgery is successful, and I hope to hell that her seizures are gone and the tumor is out of there. Oh, this is kind of a snub. Prince Harry and that royal wrecker Meghan Markle, they asked to fly back to the United States on Air Force One, and the Biden administration said nope.
Really?
No room on the jet.
Yeah, Harry and Meghan asked to fly to the U.S. on Air Force One with Biden after the Queen's funeral, but were denied.
Nah, man, we're full.
Why? Why would they have denied the former royals?
Nope.
No gingers allowed.
This kind of pisses me off. I mean, Meghan's an American citizen, right?
I'm sure Meghan wasn't
Yeah,
happy.
There are probably other American citizens in the UK at that time that didn't get a ride home either.
That's not married to a former royal.
Yeah, Harry and Meghan tried a variety of methods to get on to Air Force One. They made a direct request, and they were told no after the Queen's funeral back in, what was that, September? So the story's just coming out.
May I hitch a ride with you?
Has she been dead a year already?
September. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the Queen, that's when the funeral was. And man, why is it just coming out now? But that's a snub. That's an embarrassing snub. Air Force One is huge. And, all of the press that flies on that airplane, was probably space. They could have flown, and they said no.
I heard there's one rule on Air Force One, and that is everybody has to be shoes off. And they saw Megan's feet, and they're like, nope.
Oh, those dogs. They're like, ugh.
And then there are rumors that have been flying around for a couple of days that Meghan and Harry are headed for a split.
Oh, all for nothing, Harry.
I don't know if that's actually going to happen.
Their lifestyle's expensive over here.
But Megan, I pissed away it all for you.
When we get back, so folks, this concludes 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. Look at that. Was that a solid, engaging, entertaining 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show? No music, no commercials. I would say abso-freaking-lutely. Now, when we get back, we have an update. Remember the little girl that was burned with the flaming hot chicken McNugget at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Well, we know what the payout's going to be. Remember they were suing for $15 million? Yeah, so we have the amount that the kid is getting. The 8-year-old girl. 8-year-old girl was burned when a chicken McNugget from a Happy Meal fell on her leg and gave her second-degree burns. And then, did you hear the Burger King French fry story? Yeah, we've got the fast food fun, ladies and gentlemen, when we get back. Also, a scam warning coming up. Oh! You know the Jewish Canter from a local synagogue? Remember he sent us some songs?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's back. He sent me a brand new a cappella song. This is the singing Canter. Well, that's kind of redundant because Canters sing.
Right?
Yeah. All right. So we're going to debut the singing Canter, or I need a nickname for this guy. But that's kind of like redundant, singing Canter. So he sent me a brand new song, and he covers a well-known song in a cappella. So I'll play that coming up in just a bit. And, well, we got and then remember that Moe's story? Welcome to Moe's! Remember the local workers like in St. Pete? They weren't getting paid?
Yeah. I saw,
But there's an update to that story.
What were they paid in queso?
Of course, there was one Powerball winner last night in California. One ticket again for $1 billion. Yeah, not Florida. But we did have some $2 million and $1 million winners.
One $2 million winner and 4 $1 million winners.
Here in Florida. All right, hold on. All that coming up in minutes. Don't move. We're back momentarily here on and we'll give you the $1,000 song. Coming up next as well here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. MJ Morning Show on Q105. We are back. Still amazing. People discover us every day that we're back. I didn't know the MJ Morning Show was back. Yes, we're back. And we're back. All right, 8:58 at the MJ Morning Show. I'll give you the $1,000 cash stash song in just a few minutes. Between 9 and 9:20, we'll announce it. Man, I'm really excited about this. The singing Canter's back. It's been a while since we heard from him.
I don't exactly recall what he gave us the first or second time.
Wasn't it 867-5309?
I don't.
Hey, Andrew, can you check, see if you can find the singing Canter in the archives? I think he did Jenny. 867, Jenny, can I have your number? That was it. 867-5309. And it's Jonathan Schultz. And Jonathan Schultz is the Canter at Congregation B'nai Israel of St. Petersburg. Sounds like a pretty cool Canter to me. So you got the rabbi, and then you got the singing dude. The singing dude is the Canter. And he sent us an a cappella. Did you find it? You have it? Here's what he sent us originally, Fester. Just a little bit.
Hey!
He sent this like over a year ago.
Jenny, Jenny, who can I turn to?
Oh, Andrew sang 2 years ago.
You give me something I can hold on to. I know you think I'm like the others before.
All right, so that's what he sent us 2 years ago, and people loved it. Well, guess what? Out of nowhere, I haven't heard from Canter Schultz in a while, and then boom, I get an email from him yesterday, and he's got a brand new a cappella song for us. Now, I want to play a little bit of the beginning, and I want you to tell me if you know what it is.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Here it is. No, I'm kidding. That's not it.
Yeah, we know what that is.
It sounds really good.
This is ponderous, man. Ponderous. I just love that thing. All right, so here's the actual song from the Canter. I'm going to play a little bit of the beginning, and I want you to tell me, do you know what song this is in a cappella? Here it is.
Found it, found. Found it, found. Found it, found.
Froggy?
Yeah, I know what that is.
What is it?
That's hang on. Turn away now. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Mysterious Ways.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing.
Wow. How'd you get that?
That's
I have a keen sense of mouth noises.
I legit thought it was Walk Like an Egyptian.
No, it's Froggy's
That's the wah-wah pedal he's doing with his
Froggy's 100% right. It's Mysterious Ways by U2.
Found it, found. 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 Johnny, take a dive with your sister in the rain. Let her talk about the things you can't explain. To touch is to heal, to hurt is to steal. If you wanna kiss the sky, better learn how to kneel.
On your knees, boy.
She's the way.
I love this.
And what an appropriate church song.
It's all right. It's all right. All right. She moves in mysterious ways. It's all right. It's all right. All right. She moves in mysterious ways. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. All right. No, 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 no.
I love it.
Can we make requests to him on what songs we want him to do for us like that? Because that's awesome.
Does he sing this in temple?
You know what?
I mean, can we get on your knees? The mystery of faith?
On your knees, boy.
I mean, some moving mystery. Listen, that was pretty good.
I've always liked Mysterious Ways. I always thought that song, to me, just the arrangement, the music, the sounds, the production value. Mysterious Ways for me by U2 is anyway. Canter, thank you very much. Canter Jonathan Schultz from the Congregation B'nai Israel of St. Petersburg. Another fabulous. And how impressed are you that Froggy had just a boom chicka wow wow from the beginning? Froggy knew what song it was.
It was good.
That's right, baby.
That is
trained.
Absolutely tremendous.
You're a talented man, Froggy.
All right, what did I say? I had fast food fun coming up, didn't I?
Something about Burger King and then the Nugget case.
And Moe's. And welcome to Moe's. I got a three-way going on here. All right, here's the deal. First of all, that 8-year-old girl that was scorched like lava with a chicken McNugget. I still fail to understand how a chicken McNugget gives a girl a second-degree burn on her leg. I don't understand that. If you remember, we did the story originally. It was about an 8-year-old girl, and she was in the back of the car, and her mother ordered a Happy Meal from McDonald's with chicken McNuggets. And, hey, listen, I love when the food comes out hot and fresh. Well, apparently this was a lava-scorching McNugget. And, again, I still don't understand how it gets that hot. But the girl was handed the Happy Meal, drops one of the McNuggets in between the seat and her leg, and it sat there, and it burned her leg. So the latest now is a jury here in Florida awarded this 8-year-old girl $800,000 in damages. So that's $100,000 for each year she's been alive. After she suffered second-degree burns from the McDonald's Chicken McNugget that happened 4 years ago. So back in May, when we talked about this last, a different jury found that McDonald's and a franchise holder was at fault for scalding this girl with the hot nugget. It was Olivia Caraballo. She was 4 years old at the time when it happened. They deliberated for 2 hours yesterday. This is the Broward County grand jury decided on the dollar amount, a whole lot lower than the $15 million that the girl's family and the attorney were asking for, according to NBC6 down in South Florida. Olivia's parents, Falana Holmes and Humberto Caraballo Estevez, sued McDonald's and the Florida franchisee Upchurch Foods, claiming that the Tamarack restaurant served them unreasonably and dangerous hot nuggets at a scalding 200 degrees.
Okay. I don't know about
How's
all
that possible?
I've had questions about this case ever since I first heard it.
That's got to be the hottest McNugget in the history of the earth.
I mean, for real.
It was almost like a Kilauea volcano flow hit her in the leg. I mean, really. Holmes had ordered a 6-piece chicken McNuggets Happy Meal from the drive-thru, and then the mother handed the box to Olivia in the back seat. She dropped one of the red-hot, scorching nuggets, like it was, like it was one of those metal pokers out of the Crucible.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
Man. And it got into her lap, got wedged between her car seat and the leg for 2 minutes. And it left her scarred and disfigured from the burns, according to the lawsuit, which was filed in 2019.
2 minutes. Only take it to get rid of it.
Oh, my God. Just...
That's some really, really awful parenting.
But
it really is.
She was branded. You know, McNuggets, I think, have 4 shapes. Isn't that true?
Yes. That's a stamp pattern.
Is that true?
Yeah, the boot.
The boot, the circle, the more oval one.
Am I right, or do we need to look that up?
I didn't know about this.
Okay,
Tell
so
me.
Yeah, I've seen a documentary about it.
I believe that to be true.
Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh, there's a bell, a bone, a ball, and a boot.
Yeah.
Yes.
A bell, a bone, a ball, and a boot.
It's 4, right? There are
Yes.
4 McNugget shapes as they're stamped out of a mold.
Yep. And they're delicious.
See, if it had been a dino nugget shape, then she could have like a cute little dinosaur.
You know what? You go to PDQ and you get the nuggets there. every single one is going to be different like a snowflake because they're all just cut chicken breast that are hand-breaded and fried right on premises, so you're not getting 4 molded shapes. You're getting real, like, white meat breast, that's hand battered right there at PDQ versus the ball, the bell, the bone, or the boot.
And they all kind of look similar. The ball looks like the bell looks like the bone.
No way. The ball looks like balls.
Anyways, so that's the update. All right, now let's go from McDonald's to Burger King. And listen, I've got a lot of respect for McDonald's. McDonald's is a American success story institution. I've got plenty of respect for McDonald's.
Yeah, the bell looks like balls too.
All right, now on to Burger
Right?
King. I have a lot of respect for Burger King as well. Hey, have it your way. Except that commercial with that guy singing, my wife wants to smash the TV every time that comes on. You know what I'm talking about? It's that new, the new version of, Have It Your Way.
And he's, singing it at home or something.
Okay, have it your that guy.
No, it's the latest.
No.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. So, but there are new lyrics, and it's they're all different lyrics, and my wife hates that commercial. So listen to this. A Burger King assistant manager has been arrested for serving customers French fries out of the trash.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Hello.
How would you even get him back?
The assistant manager of a South Carolina Burger King, that creepy King dude, he can't be very happy about this. He's going to pay a visit to her. Yeah, at her house, because I'm sure she's not working at Burger King anymore. The assistant manager of this Burger King up in South Carolina has been arrested. Why? She allegedly served customers French fries that had been in the trash can. Jamie Christine Major. Yeah, she's a major bleep hole. 39 years old, was charged early this week with tampering with food, which is a felony, for allegedly taking French fries from the trash, adding them to the container where the freshly cooked fries are placed, and then dumping just cooked fries right on top. Yeah, the Union Police Department responded to a reported disturbance at this Burger King back on July 9th, according to Fox Carolina. At the scene, they found 2 women screaming at restaurant staff, threatening them and using profanity. When the women refused to calm down at officers' request, they were both arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. 2 days later, Burger King headquarters called police and told them that Major had been serving fries from the trash can.
It's a little understandable why they wouldn't calm down. They just ate a bunch of trash fries.
Yeah. A warrant was issued for Major's arrest after the investigation. If convicted, she could face up to 20 years in prison because that's considered food tampering. A judge set her bond at $20,000. She remained in custody. As of Tuesday, she was still in custody at the Union County Detention Center. So what was the racket here? So I'm guessing that there's a shelf life. So if you've got fries that are sitting in the bin, there's this policy. There's the handbook on the best practices. So if you've got fries at McDonald's or Burger King and they're sitting in the stainless steel bin with the warmer lights, and after a certain amount of time,
they got to go.
They toss them. They'll stay hot for a little bit, but there's a time limit. There's a shelf life, and they'll toss them. So it sounds like that they were tossing the fries, but then she would then take them out of the trash and then mix them with freshly fried French fries.
What's the purpose of that?
She's an assistant manager. She doesn't own the place, scheming a really horrific food cost saving plan. What did she have to benefit from taking the fries out of the trash if she's the assistant manager of a Burger King franchise? I don't know what her deal was, why she would do that.
You said bail was set at $20,000.
Yeah.
Or 4,773 and a half Whoppers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the Whopper.
Well, online it says the price of a Whopper is $4.19.
You know what? If you get like a double or triple Whopper, you could get up to $10 on these things.
Sure, you put cheese on it, put extra toppings, you got it. But just regular basic Whoppers, she's locked up for about 4,700 of them.
The days of the cheaper fast food, that's over, man. Inflation and what we've seen over the last couple of years, prices on everything, as everyone knows, has gone through the roof. It's crazy.
It's not inflation. It's that our government has devalued our currency.
Well, it's inflation.
Which is the government devaluing the currency.
Okay. Wow.
Let's talk economics when we come back.
Roxanne just dropping government price conspiracies out of the blue.
Not conspiracy.
Wow.
Economics.
Yeah. You want to talk about the virus out of the Wuhan lab? All right, let's give away the song title right now. It's 9:13. It is the MJ Morning Show. So here at 9:13, I am now giving you the Cash Stash Song of the Day. This is the MJ $1,000 Cash Stash Song. We only give this once. That's why you got to listen between 9 and 9:20. Today's song is Dearly Beloved.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Any idea?
The Prince song.
Damn right it is. All right, so today's Cash Dash song is Let's Go Crazy by Prince. Now, Let's Go Crazy by Prince is guaranteed to play during the workday here on Q105 before 6 p.m. When you hear Prince's Let's Go Crazy, be the 7th caller at 800-990-1047, and you'll win $1,000 in cash. So what does Let's Go Crazy by Prince, what does that sound like? Sounds like this. I know it doesn't. It sounds like this. Oh no, let's go! I mean, you would have had to been in a coma since the 80s and just emerged like yesterday not to know what that song is, right?
Dearly Beloved.
We are gathered here to get to this thing called life.
All right, so it's going to play sometime before what time?
6 o'clock today.
6 p.m.
That's how it works. So listen up, be the 7th caller, and you win $1,000, and you will join the likes. You know what? Hang on a minute.
What do you have?
Hold on. Cover me for a second.
Oh, I see you.
Yesterday's winner was, let's see, when did we play that song, Andrew? I think we played it at like 1:35 yesterday.
All right, so here's the deal. Yeah, I wanted to pull the winner sheet from last week.
Okay.
So last week we gave away $5,000. Last Monday, it was Cheryl and Wesley Chapel. Tuesday was Amanda St. Pete. Wednesday, Stephanie Lutz. Thursday was Alex in Bradenton. Friday was Susan in St. Petersburg. Then this week, Monday was Ty in Seminole. Tuesday was Cindy in Valrico. And then yesterday was Vanessa in Lutz.
I would like to point out how my town Lutz and my fellow Lutzians
Two winners already.
are out kicking their coverage on this contest.
All right, so who's going to win today? Today's Thursday.
Probably somebody from Lutz.
Then another 1,000 tomorrow. Then we'll do it all again next week and the week after as we blow out thousands of dollars, tens of thousands in the MJ Cash Stash right here on Q105. Good luck. And that's the only time we tell you what song it is. All right, so Moe's. Welcome to Moe's.
I haven't been to Moe's in a while.
Yeah, I like Moe's.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't been to Moe's in a little bit either, but I've got nothing against Moe's. But there's an issue with Moe's and a franchisee, and I've got some audio bites because what happened was you had workers at a couple of Moe's that this guy owns. Tony Friel owns 18 Southwest Moe's Grill franchises between Tampa Bay and Orlando. So that's a lot of stores. I mean, I would imagine.
A lot of Moe's.
That's probably some pretty good money this guy's making. So this guy, Tony Friel, he's
Man, are you okay?
Hang on, I swallowed wrong.
You just ate a hot pepper at Moe's.
Gross.
I got a Moe's jalapeno right down my throat.
Order the extra spicy.
Hold on, man.
They said I'm free at the salsa bar.
I'm fine. I'm okay. I will survive. So apparently he has 18 of these Moe's Southwest Grill locations, and he says, his employees were paid 4 days late. He said, the employees were supposed to be paid on Friday. They weren't paid. Friel has around 250 employees that get paid biweekly, and he says that banks that he does business with didn't transfer funds from credit and debit sales, which really is probably 95% of how people pay these days. From those sales from the 4th of July holiday weekend, quickly enough for him to make the payroll. They shorted us about $325,000 is what he told 8 on Your Side. So it happens that you had a bunch of employees from a St. Petersburg location that were upset that they did not get paid.
Were all 250 employees not paid for 4 days? That's a pretty major penalty, right?
Apparently so. I mean, he from that time frame. Here's some audio. So let me play some audio here. Channel 8 interviewed this Tony Friel from Moe's, and this is what he had to say.
Well, it's true. They weren't paid. They were supposed to be paid on Friday, and they didn't get paid. And the reason is that the real guilty party is the credit card companies, which are the banks, and they shorted us about $325,000 on July 4th because they didn't pay our credit card deposits. That rolled over to payroll.
So that's why I guess everyone was shorted.
I mean, he seems like he's getting out in front of it. He's talking about it.
He's talking about it. I give him credit for talking about it, but why wouldn't he have the resources? 18 Moe's, he didn't have the ability to get the money from elsewhere just to cover payroll?
You don't have a month of operating costs just in case something crazy happens?
All right. Then he goes on to say...
I said, listen, I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do about it, but you're not going to get paid until early this week. So I myself put in about $115,000, $120,000 of my own money. The only way this could have been worse is if it happened on July 30th, where they had rent due. I've got a line of credit, so to make sure this will never happen again. And I assure you, this will never happen again.
Listen, it sounds like the guy's being stand-up about the deal.
I mean, it's kind of unforeseen that a bank's not going to pay their debit deposits.
Yeah, I've got no reason to doubt what Tony Friel is saying. And he sounds like he's a stand-up dude, and he's confronting the issue. But I guess what? The store, I guess, where employees were making noise, I guess he has one in St. Petersburg, but he's got 18 of them. So
he has a lot of them. And I think the person working at Moe's, they may not have a couple of days or a couple of weeks padding.
No, I'm guessing that plenty of the Moe's employees are, unfortunately, living paycheck to paycheck, as many people are these days. The economy is obviously handing us inflationary times. Costs are up. I mean, rents here in Florida are out of control, especially in the Tampa Bay area. We've got among the highest rents in the nation here. So there you have it. All right, what time? Oh, man, look at the time. We've got it's 9:21, and we've got the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. I'm just looking at... Sorry.
We left Moe's now. We don't have to...
Didn't mean to cough in your face, everybody.
Welcome to
MJ's. All right, final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. Latest on the Powerball deal. Can you gather all the information? See if any details are out on where some of the winning $2 million and $1 million tickets were sold in Florida. We know that the big jackpot was not sold in Florida. So we'll give you the latest on the big Powerball jackpot from last night. It was won. I got a weird story we got to get to in the next segment. I got a scam alert. I got a meteorite update. A little bit of everything in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. Hang on. Folks, if you are... A morning show here on a Thursday. What were we just saying? There's apparently a new Facebook like button sound.
So I'm on Facebook and I've seen like 6 or 7 posts about me laughing at the new Facebook like button sound.
Well, why can't you just like something and I'll bring up the internet audio pot?
Let me close a couple of these windows. Hold on.
Hold on. All right, so
all right,
go ahead and like that.
Like.
I didn't hear any sound.
Like.
No sounds coming out. You're liking stuff right now.
Like.
You're liking no sounds coming out. So what are people saying, that there's a new sound that's supposed to come out when you like something?
Yeah.
I don't think the computer's on mute.
I'm seeing a bunch of memes.
Yeah, but there's no noise coming out.
All mocking Facebook's new sound.
Oh, well, I don't hear a sound, and I've got the computer audio up, right? Oh, hold on a sec. I was in right only, but still, go ahead and hit it again. Yeah, no, there's no noise coming out.
If anybody can tell me what I'm missing.
Yeah, you want to hear something really weird here? I don't do a lot of foreign stories, but this one really caught my attention. And, this is weird because for whatever reason, I was flying recently, and I had this thought. I had a thought. Has a meteorite ever hit an airplane that was flying?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Even if it's like a small little piece, I'm guessing it's probably happened, but it's probably been so small that it probably just didn't damage the plane, or maybe just a little dent in the aluminum or whatever. But I always was curious. Roxanne, can you Google that real quick?
Yeah.
Has a meteorite ever hit an airplane? And it's weird. I thought about this when I last flew. And that would have been, I think, flying back from Little Cayman.
No documented instances.
Is that what you're reading?
Yeah.
What are you reading from?
aviationstackexchange.com, nathanpeelphoto.com, some really reliable sources. But,
okay.
No, I've never seen it happen.
Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I thought about that, but then I see a story this week that a woman was having coffee with a friend and she was hit by a meteorite. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. Luckily, it was a small little piece, and it wasn't that, what was that, Tunguska event or whatever? What was that? Hey, look that up. Look up the Tunguska event.
I don't even know how to spell that.
Tunguska. Was that it? Tunguska event.
1908 explosion in Russia.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Man, did I say it and spell it right? I did. I said it and spelled it correctly. What the hell's the matter with me?
Did you say TU? Yeah, you
Yeah,
did. Okay.
Tunguska.
Yep.
Was an approximately 12 megaton explosion that occurred in Russia near the Tunguska River on June 30th, 1908.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right, well, listen to this. A woman in France was enjoying a cup of coffee with her friend and was struck by a small meteorite in what is considered an extremely rare event. Yeah, the woman was chatting with a friend outside on a terrace when she was hit in the ribs by a mysterious pebble.
Okay, she's dead, right? How do you live?
No, it was.
How do you get? That's like getting shot.
Listen.
I shoot you with a small, tiny bullet, you die.
According to the French newspaper, Le
That's right.
All right. I heard a big poom, Poom. That's like Fletch, Mr. Poon. She heard a big poom coming from the roof next to us. In the second that followed, I felt a shock on the ribs. I thought it was an animal, a bat. The woman, not identified, told the news outlet, we thought it was a piece of cement, the one we applied to the ridge tiles. I've got that on my tile roof on my house, but it didn't have a color. And so what happened was it hit, I guess, the roof and then bounced off and then whacked her in the ribs. So the velocity was altered. But even then, it was like a pebble. I don't think it wouldn't have killed her.
It might have. It was falling from space.
Yeah, I don't think it wouldn't have killed her. But of course,
it's a far drop.
They originate from larger bodies. Blah blah blah. Most meteoroids disintegrate completely as they speed through the Earth's atmosphere at tens of thousands of miles per hour. Of those that do make it to the ground in some form, typically only a small percentage of the original object survives. When meteorites are found, they tend to range between the size of a pebble and a fist. After being struck by the rock, the French woman, who is a resident of the commune of Schirmeck in the northeast of the country, took it to a roofer for examination. The roofer told her that it was not made from cement, but it looked like a meteorite. She then showed the mysterious object to a geologist, and the geologist told her that the rock appeared to contain a mixture of iron and silicon, and could be a meteorite. So look at that. And isn't that bizarre? So the ladies, what are the odds of getting hit by a meteorite?
Did you know that most meteorites are discovered in Antarctica? Because they're dark in color and they show up.
And the ice and the snow is all white. Yeah, wow, that's interesting.
I learned it from the internet.
Did you just look that up?
No, I learned. I watched something called Daily Dose of Internet, and the kids.
Oh, wow.
And
All
it's
right.
like, hey, people were looking for meteors.
Well, there you have it. All right, let's move on to Powerball. We mentioned this a couple of times this morning. There was a winner. So, folks, unless you were in Los Angeles, unless you bought a ticket at the Las Palmitas Mini Market in downtown L.A., then you did not win. However, you might have been a $2 million winner or a $1 million winner. So Powerball was won. The final jackpot, $1.08 billion, so $1,080,000. Or is that $1 billion?
Was it 1.08?
Yeah, no, it's 1.0. So yeah, it's $1,080,000 was the final jackpot. And hang on a second, $1,080,000,000. No. What is that right?
Doesn't sound right.
Wait.
No, I guess it's $1,080,000,000.
Whoa.
No, Andrew's
Wait,
right.
what?
No, Andrew's no. It's $1,080,000,000.
So it's a little over $1 billion.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, it's $1 billion. Let's just round it off. I never did well in math. All right, so here's the deal.
I don't know. You're pretty quick with numbers.
All right, so we have $2 million winners and $1 million winners in Florida. Did you find the breakdown like I asked you for 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, I can't find where it's been published for which locations have sold the $2 million one or the $4 million one.
Why not?
I'm looking on the internets, the same internets that I learned that meteorites are found in Antarctica, and it's not giving me that information. Where last Wednesday or Tuesday, we knew almost instantly that the MZ Food Mart on MacDill sold the $1 million one.
Yeah, they sold the $1 million one. MZ Food Mart on MacDill, just south of Gandy in South Tampa. But, man, California, what's going on here?
Well, it's the largest population.
Listen, you had Edwin Castro. He won, and it's disputed, but he won the $2 billion jackpot. Ticket was drawn last November. He didn't come forward till February, and that whole ticket's in dispute. He got paid out. And he's getting sued, claiming that he stole the ticket. That's a mess. And now and that was L.A. area as well. And now we have another L.A. area winner. What's going on here? I think it's rigged.
I think so, too.
Even though the drawing is right in Tallahassee, I think it's all rigged.
Very suspicious.
I'm kidding. But listen, California is a big population. So, Fester, again, give me the information. Let me see in writing about the $2 million winners and the $1 million winners. Okay. I just want to make sure that your facts are accurate, if you don't mind looking that up. But I've got my ticket all folded up and wedged in my. Let me just pull mine out, because the winning numbers I usually don't give the winning numbers out because that sucks. It's like giving out the horoscopes on the air. But the winning numbers were 7, 10, 11, 13, 24, Powerball 24. And I don't pick my numbers. I just, oh my God. I'm at Publix last night, and there's a dude in front of the line of people playing 100, like pick 3 numbers, and he wanted each one on an individual ticket. And the thing is just going zzz, zzz, zzz. I mean, what the hell? I don't know what that guy's racket was. But that was Publix on Kennedy across from West Shore Plaza. So I'm looking at my numbers, and I don't see anything that really jumps out that I have anything big. I don't think so 7, 10, 11, 13, 24. Yeah, I am not a $1 million winner. Aww. I am not a $2 million winner. Yeah, if I'm lucky, I'll scrape $2, $8 out of this deal. So my $30 expenditure is not a total loss. Yes, Andrew, our producer in the booth.
I'm looking for where they sold the $2 million ticket, and I think I found that it was sold in Tallahassee.
All right, so $2 million ticket, Tallahassee.
Now that is suspicious.
Oh, because that's where they draw Powerball. Is that it? Anyway,
there were also 4 $1 million winners in the state.
Now there you have it.
Look that up, Andrew.
One of which was in Newport Richie.
Oh, really? Okay, so how does Andrew have all this? What are you looking at? Crappy internet? Andrew's on good internet?
Okay, I'm looking at crapgoogle.com.
Andrew, where are you getting all this great information?
Well, right now, Channel 8 has it, but it's not like you could find it by doing a general search. You have to find article after article until you find the one that does list.
Yeah, I'll let Andrew do that nerd work.
Gotcha.
I'll make jokes.
Couple of things before we get out of here today. There is a scam going around. A Twitter user has discovered scam phone numbers listed for airlines on Google.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is not good. On Twitter, Shmuley Evers shared a story of canceled flights and a racket scam that they came across. So under the username Shmuley, SHMULI.
Sounds like an insult, but it's a real man's name.
Yeah.
Such a Shmuley.
Yeah, Shmuley is like an Israeli name.
Yeah,
right?
it's
like a Hebrew name
of Jewish origins.
Yeah.
I've heard it before.
Yeah, I think it's a funny sounding. I like it. I like Shmuley.
Isn't one of the guys in The Sopranos a Shmuley?
In fact, I'm gonna rename Andrew, our producer, Shmuley. That's you're now Shmuley. You're like Coco the gorilla. That's
I don't know if it fits Andrew very well.
All right. So this guy wrote, my Delta flight got canceled from JFK. The customer service line was huge, so I Googled Delta JFK number. The number was 888-571-4869. Thinking I reached Delta, I started telling them about getting me on a new flight, but the phone call led to a scam. And after more digging, Evers had discovered that at least 6 other airlines with what he suspected were scam numbers were listed on Google. So they were not the real airline numbers. He's doing a Google search, and these numbers are coming up, and they're not the airline numbers. They're third-party
scammers.
Folks. Yeah.
So you know what else they're doing? They're sending emails to people with great prices as well to try to incite them. So they have the fake numbers on Google, and then they have the emails that they send out.
Yeah, so you got to make sure now. I mean, everyone's trying to rip us off, man. Man, it's a landmine field out there, man. Where's Princess Di when you need her? I mean, it's a mess. I'm telling you. So here's the deal. If you're trying to call the airline now, just don't rely on doing a Google search and a number popping up. You got to go to the airline website and make sure you get the actual customer service number. I know which airlines I fly. So I have the numbers in my contact list. So I know, like, I've got a special Delta Platinum desk number. But I've got, American Airlines. I've got, I have the actual Southwest. I fly JetBlue. So every airline, I have the actual number in my address book. So just be careful. Little heads up from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. This is a bizarre story. This is nuts. This might deserve more time, maybe tomorrow. Almost a half of millennials think that misgendering a transgender person should be criminal. What? So if you call a she a he, you've got a transgender, or you're not using the appropriate pronoun, almost half of millennials think that ought to be a criminal offense?
I mean, I think jaywalking should be a criminal offense, too. People do it. I think it's more than just a fleeting mention or an innocent misgenderification.
Well, I think people get legitimately confused.
Well, I think there are people who work in an environment, and their employer or their coworkers repeatedly don't acknowledge them as their gender of identity.
Well, I think it's rude if somebody wants to be called something, and you work with them, I think that you should
identify them as they want to be called.
Address them as, I think it's I think appropriate. It's the right thing to do, if it's a coworker. But I don't agree with if you misgender somebody. If you misgender a transgender, that most millennials, or almost half of millennials, think that ought to be a criminal offense. What? You've been arrested for calling a he a she, or you didn't use they? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Please acknowledge my pronouns.
We got to roll, folks. All right, so heads up for the $1,000 song. The MJ $1,000 Cash Dash song, which we revealed between 9 and 9:20 earlier today, will play before 6 o'clock today, guaranteed. When you hear it, be the 7th caller at 800-990-1047 and win $1,000. If you didn't get today's song, we'll listen tomorrow between 9 and 9:20, and you can win $1,000 tomorrow. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here for the Friday broadcast tomorrow morning. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.